Consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Thursday afternoon.
Ireland, best show on the radio.
Here we go. Mason and Ireland today is live from Heritage Hall on the campus of our USC Trojans. Andy Kamenetsky sitting in for Johnny I. Andy went to USC, and he's ready to talk to Coach Lincoln Riley and so many more special guests as we broadcast live, getting you ready for USC football season in just weeks. And, of course, we are your home of USC football, 710 ESPN, and every game on the all-new ESPN LA app. As producer Lindsay Baseball likes to say,
fight on.
Exactly right. Fight on, indeed. Let's do it. Mason and Ireland, a special edition live from the campus of USC with fellow Trojan Andy Kamenetsky sitting in for Johnny I. Let's do it.
Fight on.
Your Thursday afternoon right now.
Excuse me. Fight on. Fight on.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Is that all you got, Laura?
Fight on.
Fight on.
Fight on.
Exactly.
Fight
We are
on.
expecting Lincoln Riley in a little while. Danton, Lynn, defensive coordinator. Jaden, Maiava, starting quarterback. Kamari, Ramsey, returning star to the secondary. All that stuff is coming up for you on the show. And Andy, I think that you are perfectly positioned to answer this question.
Lay it on me.
Okay. I don't get it. Why are so many people all over? So this week turned into, we used to do sports graffiti.
Yeah.
It's now LeBron graffiti.
Yes.
Because
I've
every
noticed.
call on sports graffiti is about LeBron.
Yep.
It's basically our listeners bitching about LeBron.
Yes.
And Ireland essentially doing it.
I don't get it.
Ireland is essentially doing a telethon every day on LeBron's behalf. Like this guy, like he's treating. It's like the way I used to talk all the time about how Kobe fanatics and Kobe had the most fervent fan base of any athlete I've ever seen in sports. They used to treat Kobe like half basketball god, half political prisoner.
Right.
LeBron is starting to morph into that for Ireland. Like, this has become his, like, cause du jour.
Yeah.
Taking up for LeBron.
It is. And by the way, I think that once the basketball gets here, we were just talking about this a little bit off the air. Once the basketball gets here, it's the basketball. Like, I don't care. You troll, you put up a picture of this, put up a picture of that, emoji here, emoji there. Who cares? It's about winning and losing on the floor. But the fact is that all the rest of this stuff is going on right now when there is no basketball being played.
If you're asking me, do I think that there is tension between LeBron and the Lakers, some dissatisfaction from LeBron towards the Lakers, my answer is yes.
Yes.
Because, A, it's things you hear, but B, LeBron and Team Clutch are going pretty out of their way to make you think that. Like, they very clearly want you to think that. Do I think it's going to have an effect on the season? No.
No, not at all.
Like, LeBron is not going to sit out of training camp or torpedo the season. He's turning 41.
Yeah.
Like, he does not have the luxury of crapping away a season to proving it.
Yep. So I want to say three words that are probably controversial. Look at everybody in the room. It's like, I hate coffee. I hate coffee.
Wow.
And I drink 12 shots of espresso every day. I chugged a quad when I walked in here. I hate coffee.
You know what, though? I will say this, and I say this as somebody that's drank a lot of coffee in my lifetime, and I currently start every morning with 2 shots of espresso from my home maker.
Oh, yeah, you have your own.
Your homemaker?
Yeah.
From Anna?
Yes, that's what I call my wife.
Your homemaker?
My homemaker. I pray she's not listening.
Yes.
No, my home espresso maker.
Yes.
Who should be clear is not Anna.
Yes,
I'm referring to the machine.
Right.
The machine. My
Careful,
home
Andy.
espresso maker.
Yes.
An inanimate object. I start with 2 espresso shots every morning.
Yep.
There's a big difference in taste between espresso and coffee.
Yes.
Like drip coffee. They are 2 totally different things.
So, little interesting fact. You know that espresso has less caffeine than brewed coffee.
Interesting.
Yeah, it has. It's counterintuitive, but actually, espresso has less caffeine.
Here's how I feel about that. A, I know how the espresso makes me feel.
Yes.
So even if it's a placebo, whatever, I need to wake up.
Yeah.
B, I'm cool with it anyway because espresso is less liquid, which means fewer trips
Correct.
to the gun.
Now, such
Like the lettuce. It's placebo.
Oh, it is. No, you do get a jolt out of caffeine. That is not placebo effect. I will say that I am going to switch, I think, to, and this is unsolicited, one of our partners, Pro Baller Energy. Now, you were at our softball game a few weeks back.
Yeah.
And I yanked that ball to left field at 100% hard hit rate, 3 line drives, including 1 over Bergman's head. To me, it was the Pro Baller Energy because I had 5 of them that day. And it's not just the caffeine, it's the B12 and the B6 and all the rest of the stuff.
Look,
and
man,
this is not a commercial, by the way. I just love Pro Baller Energy.
I'm wearing a Pro Baller hat right now as we
Yes, you
speak.
are. You are.
I very much enjoy the product. I like, in particular, the sugar-free, the silver can.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I think even the good folks at Pro Baller might have said 5 was too many. I don't even know if they'd
Jeff Kerr
recommend
might
that.
have said,
Yeah, slow
back off
down,
a little
buddy.
bit. Slow down.
We appreciate the
We're going
enthusiasm.
to cut you off. Yeah.
But you know what, though? It is a different buzz. Like, it is not like a jittery caffeine.
No, not at all.
You feel actually pretty good with
Yeah,
it.
totally. So Laura sent a note today. And by the way, Coach Lincoln Riley is going to be with us in just a few minutes here. This is breaking. I don't know if it's really breaking. It's not. It's technically not breaking, is it, Laura? Okay.
No.
To watch the entire NFL this year, it will cost fans over $1,000. Over $1,000 because of all the streaming and all the rest of it and the Sunday ticket and all that business.
And by the
Over
way,
$1,000.
At ESPN, we are now part of.
Sure, we are.
We're part of that business.
Tremendous that we're part of it. But it is asking for, between the Peacocks and the Paramount Plus has games this year. Do people get Paramount Plus?
I have it.
You have it?
Yeah.
Do you have it, Andy?
I do not have it.
I do
like
have it, I think. Amazon Prime, Peacock,
Definitely
Paramount,
Prime.
NFL Sunday Ticket. Is that still on YouTube? I think it's still on YouTube for
Might
now,
be.
right?
It might be. I don't know.
But I mean, $1,000. Are they overtaxing fans here to be able to watch all their games?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, ironically, we moved away from cable,
Yep.
like sort of collectively, societally, to all of these
Unbundle. We wanted to
Right.
unbundle.
We went unbundled to all these different streaming platforms, all these different separate things. And the NFL is now a perfect example of you have to consolidate it all, which is essentially returning to cable.
Essentially, that's
you are
what it
essentially
is.
returning back to the days of cable when you'd pay for the subscription to have all these different channels. We unbundled because it was the workaround, and now because all of these corporate conglomerates eventually
We're
merge it
rebundling.
together. Yes.
And spending more.
And spending more. And,
Yeah.
for somebody like me, like I still actually have cable. Like there are.
Do you? I do too. Large,
Do
you?
No. Do you guys have DirecTV?
No, I have Spectrum.
I have, I think, I have DirecTV.
I miss having DirecTV.
Do you? Why?
So, well, I personally liked having the guide and everything, whereas like now I have to go through Peacock, Prime, Paramount,
Right,
and like
right.
go through everything. Whereas like the guide was like, oh, you $223.
You don't have a smart TV where you just go Peacock, Paramount Plus.
But you have to
Prime.
go individual. Like the guide will give you what was
Right,
there
right.
versus like going into each one.
It's without question
what I
more
mean?
complicated than it's
No.
ever been.
It's not it's just more work.
By the way, Paramount Plus, Landman is the show that I watch on Paramount Plus. It is so
Billy Bob
good.
Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton, John Hamm,
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore, and
Great.
Jerry Jones with a killer cameo.
I've heard. I mean,
He was great.
For all of the waves arms around that accompanies Jerry Jones and this mess going on right now between him and Micah Parsons, the Cowboys have not been a great team
Yep.
since the early 90s. I've heard he is legitimately great.
He is
on
really, really good. If I was like a director type, I would say, oh, let's get Jerry Jones for this role.
They didn't. You know what they didn't get? A Jerry Jones type.
They did.
Got Jerry
they
Jones.
got the Jerry Jones, exactly. Hey, fantasy football fans, this is your moment. The ESPN LA Fantasy Draft Party back at Hollywood Park Casino. Thursday, August the 28th, with Shadano and Cap live at 3. Draft kicking off at 6. Reserve your league of 8 now at ESPNLA.com. Prizes all season long thanks to Hollywood Park Casino. Park, party, play. All right, get ready, LA. AARP Los Angeles and ESPN LA teaming up to kick off the 2025 football season in a big way. We're giving 2 lucky winners a pair of tickets to the first professional football game of the season right here in LA. You and a guest could be in the stands, soaking in the energy, the action, and the thrill of game day. No catch, no purchase necessary, just a chance to win an unforgettable experience. Thanks to AARP Los Angeles. Here's how to enter. Just head to aarp.org/Los Angeles. Scroll down to the news section. That's aarp.org/Los Angeles, and scroll down to the news section. You can fill out the entry form. It's quick, it's easy, no purchase necessary. Got to be 18 or older. Legal U.S. resident to enter, void where prohibited. Promotion runs now through August the 22nd. And for official rules and to enter, visit aarp.org/Los Angeles. Head over to the news section. This giveaway is administered by AARP. Don't miss your shot. Enter now. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Up next on ESPN LA.
More of LA's mega sports station and LA Sports Talk.
The 9-hour LA Sports Mega Block. Made possible by Next Gen Air and Plumbing.
Got a clog? Call NextGen for their $88 drain cleaning special.
Visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Tell them ESPN LA sent you.
The Subaru A Lot to Love event is happening now at Subaru of Glendale. Lease a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek CVT for just $229 a month plus tax for 36 months. 2 at this payment. VIN SH30 $99.97 and SH31 $34.15. MSRP $28,212. $33.99 due at signing. Call 888-855-6434 or check out SubaruofGlendale.net. On approved Tier 1 credit through Subaru Motors Finance. No security deposit. 10,000 miles a year. Model code SRA-03.
Hey, it's Travis. Every legend has a story, and those stories are kept at Legends Attic in Claremont. Legends Attic is the premier sports memorabilia gallery and store that offers a unique blend of rare and iconic collectibles. It's a community for sports fans and collectors, so go check it out for yourself. Legends Attic, 619 West Foothill Boulevard in the city of Claremont. Visit legendsattic.com and be sure to follow Legends Attic on all social media platforms so you can stay connected to know about their upcoming signings and special events with Hall of Famers and pro players.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
And it is a special edition of Mason and Ireland today, live from Heritage Hall on the campus of the USC Trojans. We are getting you ready for USC football, which starts in just a matter of weeks, right here on your home of USC, 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Let's get back to Heritage Hall and back to Mason and Andy on 710 ESPN and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Is is on Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water and ESPN LA, hosting the ultimate watch party. Join us at Clearman's Galley. Oh, you might remember me from my work there. It's in San Gabriel. Wednesday, August the 13th, 6 p.m. Grab your gear, hang with the crew, enter to win tickets and more at the Freeway Series Watch Party. Clearman's Galley, presented by Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water, the official water of Major League Baseball.
Do you remember you from your work there?
I do. I thought I made an impression, particularly when I said, hey, this is my show, too. Those words were actually spoken.
Yeah.
In that way. I was fun.
You were fun.
You were fun. It was fun. I gave all that up. So I wanted to, yeah. Okay, here we go. We are live at Heritage Hall. USC football is coming up for you, and joining us right now is head coach at USC, Lincoln Riley. Coach, how are you? Nice to see you.
Good to see you guys.
I wore my USC gear. I'm a fan first and an analyst second, man.
I love it. I love it. Fight on.
Fight on is right.
Fight on.
So I know you're focused on the season now. I kind of want to ask you about the off season because of the transfer portal and all that stuff. Is there an off season? Is there a time where there's just like I can kick back and relax?
You know, it's changed a lot through the years. I would say the previous few years there hasn't been much of one. As all the different things that we've undertaken, building this program amid all the changes in college football right now, I would say. A lot's been made of our personnel staff. Chad Bowden, the GM we hired, and along with Chad, really revamped and upgraded an entire department. And I think that group has done a great job, not only in their role, but I think that's alleviated some pressure in other areas to where people can zero in on what they got to do to help make our program better, but also. We're all human beings too, right? Yeah. And every human being needs a chance to get away and unplug and be around family and come back refreshed and recharged. And I feel like we're probably in all the years at SC now. I think from that standpoint, our staff is in as good a place coming into this fall camp as we've ever been.
I was going to say, on a scale of 1 to 10, the stereotype of most football coaches is they are incapable of unplugging from this stuff. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good of an unplugger are you?
I'm trying to get better. I probably go in phases. There's times where I could do better and I need to. It's been admittedly tough here because you just want to have your hands on everything, especially in the beginning as you're molding and changing so many things. But it's been something both for myself and then trying to make it good for our staff. To be able to do it, and it's different here, right? Like we don't all live 5 minutes down the street, you know, and so you have to, like a lot of people here that work in the Los Angeles area, you got to adapt to the place you're in. So we've tried to adapt to find that perfect balance where we're getting everything we need to get done, but people are getting time with their families, they're getting recharged, so they come back to office hungry, energized, ready to go.
Your starting quarterback is Jaden Maiava, who transferred over from UNLV last year, got his feet wet as a starter. What do you see about him that is special?
Well, I just think you got to look at the 4 games, initially that the guy played last year under a unique circumstance. You come in and you got 4 really good defenses that you're getting ready to play. We go 3-1, and really gave us a phenomenal opportunity to beat Notre Dame. I mean, I thought he probably played as a quarterback the best against Notre Dame that anybody I watched last year. And that was without – he knew what he was doing, but it wasn't his yet. Yeah. It's this system, it historically takes some time. But once guys get it, their confidence level takes off. Mistakes start to decrease. They start to play at a higher level. So for him to be able to play the way he did against some of those opponents in that situation, knowing that he's going to get a lot better, and right now today he's a way different player than he was at any time last year.
What do you get better at?
I think his overall command of the offense. I think decision making. He plays incredibly decisive, but he had a couple of decisions in a few of those games that obviously that. When you're really playing a high level, you avoid those.
Right.
His great plays were off the charts good. His arm talent, all that is off the charts. And I think also, too, just the intangible part, the leadership, his energy and kind of his just kind of how he carries himself around the guys. You could tell he knows he's one of the alphas on the team. Like, he knows this is his. Like, the guys are responding to that, and I think he's just playing and acting just in a more confident way right now.
You've had the fortune of working with some amazing quarterbacks like Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, Caleb Williams down the line. Do you think it can ever be tough for Jaden, just with fans and media expecting, like, it's Lincoln Riley, it's a quarterback, he should be awesome, like that type of narrative or pressure?
Well, add in USC.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you talk about last two schools I've worked at both probably have the two greatest quarterback traditions of any colleges ever. And so, the expectations when you're a quarterback and the starting quarterback at USC just add to that. And so, I mean, I think the great ones, when Kyler was going through it, he wasn't thinking about Baker. When Jalen Hurts was going through it, he wasn't thinking about those guys. It's just, what can I do in the moment? What can I learn from what they did? Because the awesome thing is there's like so many great examples for these guys to draw back on how they did this or how they did that. But you got to be your own guy at the end of the day. And I think Jaden, I just think he's more settled in all parts of it, and probably even in that, like, comfortable in his own skin, comfortable being the starting quarterback at USC, like, knows who he is, knows who he is as a player, knows the offense. Like, everything about him is just, like, more stable right now, which that's typically when guys start to play really good, you feel that from them.
USC head coach Lincoln Riley is with us. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. Andy is in for John today. So, and this is just college football today, you're returning about 60% of last year's roster. How do you build that chemistry quickly and find that continuity as early in the season as you can?
Well, I think that's been all of our challenge here in the last several years. And I think, big picture for us, that's one of the reasons why we're getting away from relying so much on the portal and we are going to be one of the best high school talent developing programs in the country. And some of that is relative to where we're at. We're in the greatest place to recruit in the country. Some of it is, I think, the coaching staff we've been able to put together here. I mean, we got some of the guys that are at the just top of their sport. So I think as we do that, our roster is going to solidify. We're going to be replacing a little bit less than maybe some of the teams out there that are going to rely on that portal just as much. And so with that, though, I mean, you got to make sure you're really screening everybody that you bring in, not only for their talent, but do they fit what you want in the locker room? Do they fit your university? Do they fit the things that you expect out of your football program, and really hold yourself accountable to that? And that could be, we've all been in that position where you got this D lineman, man, he's unbelievable, and he's this and that, but then there's some red flags about, all right, is he going to fit in here? Does he really fit, our core values? And you got to stay true to that. And then I think as some of these young guys, I look at some of our guys now, they're really becoming leaders on this team, like Devin Tompkins and like Tobias Raymond. And I'm looking at like guys that we brought in the beginning. They've developed, they've seen our culture throughout. And so now you got guys that are kind of long-standing in what we do. So when new ones come in, they're going to help acclimate them and make sure these guys are doing things the way that the USC Trojans should do them.
We were just talking about the returning players from last year. There's obviously, though, some new guys. Can you give a name or two for the fans that they may not be familiar with some of these players just because either they didn't play a lot last year or they're transfer guys that you think could end up popping this season?
Well, I mean, a couple of the first names that pop into mind, there's a lot. It's these questions it's always tough to narrow, which is a good thing, right? I think some of the young linebackers I'm really excited to see. Desmond Stevens, flashed some in play last year. Jaden Walker is back healthy and has been very, very impressive. Excited to see some of the young guys, Matai and AJ and a couple of the guys that we brought in the high school class. So I think the young linebackers come to mind. And I would also say the running back room. Going to be some new faces in there. Brian Jackson is the one returner, and he did a really nice job for us in the bowl game. We're excited about him. But then you bring in Wayman Jordan. Yeah. You bring in Eli Sanders, two guys that are, proven at this level that can both really play. We're really excited about King Miller in there. And then also Harry Dalton's a freshman we signed. That room, those two rooms have been fun to watch. And then ironically, I mean, they compete a lot against one another. So just watching those two groups go at it in practice has been been pretty fun up to this point.
So we're L.A., 710 ESPN covers L.A., home of the Trojans. There is also this big national narrative that goes on, USC this and preseason coaches, all that kind of stuff. How do you deal with the national narrative, or do you?
I think that's probably one of the benefits I have of, like, I've only ever been a head coach in blue blood programs where the expectations are always, through the roof. And so I guess that's just kind of all I know. At the end of the day, right now that's something for everybody to talk about while there's not football games. And then there's going to be football games and nobody's going to talk about that. And so I'm very confident in this football team. My excitement level and the improvements that we've made from personnel, coaching, the way the roster has continued to upgrade, and also taking a snapshot to some of the really good things that this football team did a year ago and how agonizingly close this group was to winning
so
a whole lot
hard.
of football games. And I'm sitting here watching it like I just see very few position groups where I don't expect us to be, quite a bit better.
Yeah.
And so I think your excitement is the excitement is the progress, and you've both myself and our staff, like, we're not perfect, but we've seen what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've been a part of going where we want to go here. And you're just starting to see those signs all over the program right now. So it's like, it's just, what's coming, and you're just eager to get there.
Speaking of the national narrative, things that get talked about during the offseason, you've been pretty open about the idea of, I want us to play Notre Dame, but I also understand how getting into the championship dance works, the way they often just look at your record and just wins and losses, that's it. So there's a balance. Do you think the committees will ever reach a place where they take into account the context of your season, or like the context of losses? Because I'm going to be honest, I think it should matter a lot.
No question it should. It's just at the end of the day, are you going to have a human that's just going to sit there and is going to put in a 9-3 team over an 11-1 team? Like, it's just.
But if the 11-1 team didn't play anybody particularly impressive, they should.
But recent history says that's not going to do it, because we can go through all these factors, strength of schedule and points allowed and all this. But at the end of the day, the number one thing that everybody sees is record. And as a human, you can always fall back on, well, this team won 11 and this team won 9. So and it's an impossible position to put these people in, and that's why we've all been such an advocate to get more just automatic qualifying spots. Let these conferences decide it however the hell they want to decide it, and then be one of the best teams in your conference, and then you go represent your conference in the playoff. And then it does preserve. It doesn't put us, in a tough position like we are right now. I mean, we don't want to be in this position trying to figure out, the Notre Dame thing either. Shoot, Jen and I again, part of the reason we both came here, I said at media day, was to play in games like that and to coach in games like that. Like, this is our life. Like, we love this more. As much as all the fans love it, we actually love it more. Like, we really do. And so, but it's a unique position to be in, because you feel a loyalty to the history and to all of that, and you also feel a loyalty to USC and doing the best thing we can to help us win national championships. So hopefully that's a position that we don't get put in.
Let me finish up with some dumb stuff, because this is sort of my area of expertise. So we were just talking about coffee. Do you go coffee or energy drink?
No coffee, yeah. Just try to do like a healthy-ish energy drink. I've never been a coffee guy.
Fast food go-to?
If I'm in California, In-N-Out.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the right answer. And if they're making a movie of your life, would you rather have Matthew McConaughey or Ryan Gosling play you?
I got to go with my guy McConaughey.
There you go.
Yeah, tough to beat.
All right.
Awesome.
All right.
All right. Hey, it's awesome seeing you. Looking forward to a great season, Coach.
Thank
you very much for coming by.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime. Fight on.
Coach
Fight
Lincoln
on.
Riley, fight on.
Fight on.
Yeah. Coming up next for you, I think Coach Danton Lynn
Yes.
is going to slide in here next. Awesome seeing you, Coach. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Are you ready for amazing golf at one of the best courses in Southern California and to be part of raising money for an incredible cause? It's time for the 4th Annual Give Back Golf Classic, Friday, August 29th at the stunning Black Gold Golf Club in Yorba Linda, benefiting the Folds of Honor Foundation. Folds of Honor, they have a mission to empower deserving military families with educational support and opportunities. Register to play now at blackgoldgolf.com/FOH. Plus, there are still sponsorship opportunities to be part of this amazing event. blackgoldgolf.com/FOH.
Back when I played, leg cramps were no joke. Fourth quarter, overtime, practice, even when I got home, they would hit out of nowhere. Had I known about Highland's leg cramps back in the day, I would have had a locker full of the stuff. Now I'm retired, I still get these cramps on my morning walks, hanging out with my daughter, but now I've got something that actually works. Highland's leg cramps. The tablets dissolve quickly under the tongue and don't upset my stomach. Cramps hit athletes, weekend warriors, couch coaches, all of us. Grab Highland's leg cramps and get it today at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Pick me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our tangy passion fruit lemonade. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Hey, Joe Fortenbaugh here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sports book for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with the promo code JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
And it is a special edition of Mason and Ireland today, live from Heritage Hall on the campus of the USC Trojans. We are getting you ready for USC football, which starts in just a matter of weeks, right here on your home of USC, 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Let's get back to Heritage Hall and back to Mason and Andy on 710 ESPN and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
And we're back live at Heritage Hall. Mason and Andy Kamenetsky in for John today. And we are joined, thanks very much to Coach Riley for joining us. Now we're joined by Coach Danton Lynn, defensive coordinator for USC. Welcome. How are you, man?
Doing great. How are you guys doing?
Everything is good. So 2 years ago, UCLA's defense, when you were there, made a big quantum leap. Last year, USC's defense made a big jump. What's the secret recipe?
You know, it's all about the players. You know, we feel like as a staff, we want to make sure we get to know our personnel, and we want to make sure we're putting them in the best position, and we're trying to build the system around them instead of building a system that they have to adapt to.
How difficult is it to identify, A, the way you should tailor around certain players, and then B, actually executing that?
It is difficult, and that's a big reason why we move so slow in the spring, because we want to see what we're good at, what our guys can handle, and what each person does best. We feel like after spring, now we have a good idea. Now in camp, we can start speeding up the installs.
So 5 Big Ten losses last year by less than a touchdown, which is just crazy. It was agonizing for me as a fan, right? And I know for you as a coaching staff as well. How do you improve that? What did your guys learn from that? How is this year different?
You know, when we're in positions like that at the end of the game, you know, first off, it starts with the staff, you know, making sure we're making the right call to put them in the position to win. And then after that, you know, you watch the tape, it's just trusting that the guy next to you is going to do his job. When you're in those moments, you don't need to do anything different than you've been doing all game. And I think that we had some moments this past year that we learned from. There were times where we responded towards the end of the year. So now we're just looking forward to, you know, showing all the progress that we've made.
You just mentioned the idea of the players on the field trusting each other. Mm-hmm. As somebody new last year, do you think maybe they also needed a little bit of time to truly trust you?
Yeah, I do. You know, it goes both ways. And this spring has felt completely different just because we've been with each other so long. And even though we have a lot of new kids on the team, there's still a big core that was here this past year. And, you know, that's a good point. The trust now is night and day.
You know, I hear the national guys say, yeah, Big Ten, it's all in the trenches, all that stuff, and certainly it is. But how much of a leap is it in terms of the trenches from where you were in the Pac-12 and where you are in the Big Ten?
It's a big jump. You know, the Pac-12, you have your physical teams. You had Utah, Oregon State, Arizona. But in between those games, you're going to have some breaks where you're playing air raid, you're playing spread teams. In the Big Ten, it's every single week is going to be a smash-mouth game. It doesn't matter if you're playing Northwestern or Ohio State. Every team has big offensive lines. They have big tight ends. They can all control the ball. So the biggest difference is that you really have to have a lot more depth in your front seven in the Big Ten because you're going to have to play a lot more guys.
Obviously, SC is still adjusting to life in the Big Ten after decades in Pac-10, Pac-12. But for you, it's a return to your roots, playing at Penn State. Like, is there a part of you that just gets like, hell yeah, this is the football I know growing up. Like, this is the way I think about football.
Yeah, I love the Big Ten. The Big Ten to me is the closest thing to the NFL. When you look at the way the NFL games play, just from the formations you get, the way offenses attack you, the offensive lines, tight ends. We still play teams that have two-back sets. Like, it's the stuff that you only see in the NFL.
Is that useful for you guys with recruiting, just to be able to say, come to us in the Big Ten, this is closer to what you're going to need to do in the NFL?
I do. You know, it's the closest thing on the field to the NFL. And then now that you look at the expansion, you look at how we travel. Again, that's something that you're going to be doing when you go to the NFL.
You've got returning guys like Eric Gentry, Kamari Ramsey, guys that were huge parts of the defense in the past. How do you manage a whole bunch of new guys coming in? Because now in the age of the transfer portal, we're turning over rosters. How is that for you as a coach in terms of finding some continuity and some consistency?
Every offseason, we always start back at square one, but obviously you want to be able to pick up where you left off also. So it helps when you have new guys that are just high football IQ guys that can pick stuff up. And then also helps when you have a core of guys that were here this past year. Last year, it was just Kamari. So he helped speed up the process with the DBs, but now you see that happening in every single position group. They're not just talking with the coaches. They're having conversations in the locker room. They're talking about it when they go home. I just think that they're all helping each other, and you see everyone picking it up a lot quicker.
I just asked Coach Riley about this earlier, but some new names that fans may not be as familiar with on the defensive side that you think could end up popping this year? Like, if you want to give them a heads up, hey, keep an eye on this guy.
You know, we're excited about a ton of guys. I would say up front, a guy like Jakeem or a guy like Floyd. You know, they're young. They're still making mistakes every single day, but they also make plays every single day that they do some things that you just can't coach.
Right. So Rob Ryan's now part of the staff.
He is.
He is, you know, one of the great defensive guys from the NFL over the years here. What has he brought to your staff, and what does he mean in terms of his communication with players?
He brings experience. You know, he's been a coordinator. He's coached linebackers, defensive line, outside backers. He's coached, obviously, in the NFL for a long time, but he's also coached in college. But just as we talk about building our scheme, just having someone with all that experience to bounce ideas off of has been huge. And then for our guys, they get a chance to just get exposed to what it is to have an NFL position coach. And they're getting coached as if they were in the NFL.
You just mentioned Jakeem Stewart, new nickname Thanos.
Thanos, yeah.
It's a hell of a nickname. Does he live up to this?
You know, at times he does, yeah, but it needs to be a little bit more consistent.
So he's at maybe like 3 of the stones, but not all the way there?
Yeah.
Hey, in terms of scouting, I know there are 2 games coming up at the Coliseum, and you don't overlook anybody, but do people on your staff, are they already looking at Purdue and Michigan State and down the line?
You know, we try to take it one game at a time, but the first handful of games, we'll try to get a jump start on just as far as are they doing anything that's so different that we need to prepare for in advance. Mm-hmm. But we usually don't go past like the first 5 weeks.
Okay. I want to ask you a couple of dumb things. Coach put up with this, so
okay.
Hopefully you will too. Who on your coaching staff would win a 40-yard dash?
T. Reed.
Favorite football movie?
Remember the Titans.
Yeah, that's mine too. All right, last one. What makes USC better than UCLA?
Just the history and the traditions here, you know, and the thing that I love is for all the Heismans, it's still a defensive school.
Yeah.
You know, it's some of the best defensive players and coaches that have ever been in the NFL have been here in this building.
I love that there was no hesitation whatsoever. Like,
you know,
I thought it was
trying
a little
to be nice
bit
to
of a trick
UCLA.
question
It's like,
there,
okay,
yeah.
let me give you the list. Here's the list.
Coach Danton, Lynn, thank you so much for coming by, man. We're looking forward to a great season with you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
There you have it, Coach Danton Lynn, defensive coordinator for the USC Trojans, about to kick off in just a couple of weeks. I think, will we do some sports graffiti next? Is that coming up? 877-710-ESPN. We'll get some calls in here. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Greg Bergman. If you aren't joining Marcus Grant, Parker Bell, and myself every morning on the Blue Review from 8:30 to 8:55 on the ESPN LA YouTube page, what are you even doing with your mornings? We break down everything from Shohei hitting bombs to Tanner Scott blowing saves. We talk about the highs and don't brush off the lows. Always honest and talking how we feel. It's all thanks to LAX, where changes are arriving daily and transforming the travel experience. The Blue Review every morning from 8:30 to 8:55 on the ESPN LA YouTube page. The Blue Review. The Blue Review.
Dealing with slow drains, dips in water pressure? Trust the experts at NextGen, the official AC heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. Their expert technicians fix even the toughest of jobs. Get your stubborn drains working again with expert drain clearing for just $88. Plus, enjoy peace of mind with their 30-day guarantee. Call NextGen now at 833-3-NEXTGen or visit nextgenaironplumbing.com to book online. CSOB number 1011173, 30-day guarantee and $88 drain clearing requires accessible clean-out and camera inspection.
Rams fans, the 2025 Rams regular season is right around the corner. Don't miss any regular season home games this year with marquee matchups against the 49ers, Lions, Texans, Buccaneers, and more for only $97 per game. In addition, get home playoff ticket access, interest-free monthly payment plans, and stadium event pre-sale access. Visit therams.com/2025. Again, that is therams.com/2025. Secure your season tickets and see you at the Rams house.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, soccer fans, want to be at the biggest match of the season? San Antonio Cardinale Wine is giving you the chance to win 2 tickets, plus flights and hotel to the final match of the season. Feel the roar of the crowd, the energy of every goal, and see who will raise the cup live and in person. Don't wait. Head to soccerdreamticket.com and enter now. That's soccerdreamticket.com. Brought to you by San Antonio Cardinale, the perfect game day wine. Enter today at soccerdreamticket.com.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is 1 o'clock in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. And it's time for Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti, like we do every day at this time. Sponsored by our friends at BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. BetterHelp.com/timeout. Now let's do it. Let's talk about it on Sports Graffiti on Mason and Ireland.
All right, 877-710-ESPN. Anything you got is fair game. We're live from Heritage Hall. We heard from Danton Lynn, defensive coordinator for USC, and head coach Lincoln Riley, expecting Jordan Maiava coming up. Thank you.
You were just correct.
I almost had it, Katie. I almost had it. I've spelled it out, Myava, Maiava. He will join us coming up here. Such a pro. Such a pro.
Let's at least get it right for him.
For him, I'm definitely getting it right. 877-710-ESPN. I wanted to pass along a note from Kurt Sandoval, our friend from ABC7. He says this, Stafford update. Head coach Sean McVay confirming quarterback Matthew Stafford had an epidural for an inflamed disc in his lower back. He says, quote, if this were the regular season, he'd be playing. So there you have it. That's actually positive. He would be playing if we were in season. All right, Brian Cohen, you are on the phones back there. What do we got rolling?
Portia, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, Portia.
Hello. I just want to say I'm excited for tomorrow. Dodgers fans, I believe the Kobe statue will be revealed at Dodger Stadium. I believe the Dodgers fans will be getting a Kobe bobblehead. Let's go
Kobe
Dodgers
bobblehead,
tomorrow.
exactly. Are you going to be out there, Portia?
No. Unfortunately, I'm going to be rooting for home. Let's go Dodgers.
Let's go Dodgers. I would like one of those Kobe bobble. You know what I got, which was really cool? From the Kings, I got an Austin Reeves in goalie bobblehead.
Nothing random about that at all.
No, nothing at all. Brian, what's next?
Harold, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, Harold.
Hey, Mace.
Yeah.
Are you going to give UCLA football equal time? And how come there's so many more strikeouts than hits the last few years in Major League Baseball? Could you answer
All
those
right,
two
Harold.
questions for me?
I absolutely will. Thank you for the call, Harold. We are the home of USC athletics. You will get way more USC football than you will for the other school. Although Greg Bergman likes to plant his flag, and he'll pop in here from time to time. But no, this is the USC station, so there will be no equal time. On top of that, what was the other part of the question?
Why are there more strikeouts now?
This is a problem with baseball. It is a 3-outcome situation every time somebody steps to the plate. It's becoming less so, but strikeout, walk, home run, those are kind of the 3 true outcomes. And by the way, on that last Dodgers road trip, I just happen to have this stuck in my head. First 8 games of the road trip, they struck out 91 times. Which is amazing to me.
This is where a lot of people who complain about analytics in pick your sport will complain about baseball.
Yes.
They will say that because the eggheads decided that the most efficient way to win is through the home run as opposed to just putting men on bases, moving them around. This is the thing that they go for now, and now baseball is so home run, or if not home run, strikeout dominant.
I think we are past that to some degree. I mean, I strongly believe they've deadened the baseball this year to keep the ball in the yard a little bit more. We're seeing more doubles. We're seeing more bunts. We're seeing more stolen bases.
It takes time for it to cycle out.
Correct. But we're getting there. The game, I think, has more action than it did a couple of years ago. 877-710-ESPN. Brian, what do you got next?
Until somebody else calls.
Oh, okay. 877-710-ESPN. Got a line open.
Because I would like a bobblehead. Do you guys have any hookups like Cappy does?
For bobbleheads?
Yes.
No.
No.
I've only got a few. I've got the McVay bobblehead. I've got the Austin Reeves as a goalie bobblehead. And I've got the Caleb Williams bobblehead, but in what's he in Dodger gear, I think. So those
you've got all these crossover bobbleheads.
I like the crossover bobbleheads. I think
your
they're really
bobblehead
cool.
is pretty nice, though. The one that they made for you for the PPC.
Oh, it is unbelievable. The one that Radio Michael fan Abdul made for us.
Oh, I've not seen it.
You've not seen it? I'll show you a picture of it.
It's great.
I should send it out on social. He did such an amazing job. And if we marketed these, I think we would make a lot of money.
Is Radio Michael a bobblehead person? Like, is that what he does by trade?
No, he is not.
He does T-shirts. He does so many things.
Radio Michael fans are most loyal P1. Like if there's something above P1,
he's like
P1
a P.5.
Yeah, exactly. He's above P1. But the bobblehead's just terrific. He did a great job. You missed the private podcast party.
I did miss the private podcast.
We talked about you.
Good.
Yeah,
good.
Your name came up.
Good
during the private podcast party.
Look, man, I have been a part of the Mason and Ireland experience for a long time.
Yes, you have.
Including the Steve Mason portion of it.
Oh, yeah.
The Steve Mason show. I was a regular guest host during the Steve Mason era, so I would like to think that I came up at some point.
Yeah, no, you definitely came up. When did we first do a show together?
I do remember the first time we ever did a full show together was a remote at a Mexican restaurant kind of near where we are now.
Okay.
It was right after, it was during the draft.
Yep.
Right after Kobe had demanded a trade.
Okay.
And it was just very, very awkward.
Oh, yeah. So what was that, 2007?
2007. I believe they had just drafted Javaris Crittenden.
Oh, yeah, that era. that yes. Glory era.
Yeah.
All right, BC, what do we got next?
Rudy, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
What's up, Rudy?
I think
he dropped. On us. Eric, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, Eric.
Hey, guys. Real quick, we guys are talking about being petty, and Shaq made this comment, and you're talking about Shaq making this comment about Kobe and T-Mac. Shaq is the biggest troll in the world. He's the biggest troll in the world. There is absolutely no way that if Tracy McGrady and Kobe would trade it 1-on-1 or 1v1, whatever you want to say, there's no way the Lakers would have three back-to-back championships. Kobe was a killer.
Yep.
Uppercase.
That's the difference.
Period.
It's also, too, forget, Kobe was a better player than Tracy McGrady. Tracy McGrady was a great player.
Yep,
full
terrific
stop.
Player.
Kobe was at a level that Tracy McGrady wasn't. But also the mental test that comes with 3 straight championships, having every team's best shot for 3 years, the long seasons, all of that stuff. Again, if you put Tracy McGrady in there, do I think T-Mac and Shaq get 1? Sure. Maybe 2 in a row.
But
3
takes so much. He said it, killer.
I will say that of that era, the only players I think you could have subbed in for Kobe with Shaq and gotten 3 in a row, probably Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
I think maybe Kevin Garnett. I know KG only won 1 championship, but that was largely circumstances. I think KG was mentally tough enough for that piece of it and talented enough. That's your list.
But this is a troll. This is a troll job.
If
this is, I want some clicks and I want to be able to say something controversial on a podcast.
If it's trolling,
do you not think it's trolling?
I don't know because
by the way, I don't have the full context of this. Does anybody have the full context?
Here's why I don't know for sure if it's trolling. It could be trolling because Shaq likes to troll, but the flip side is Shaq also has a very high opinion of himself, and he may be saying, "Look, Kobe was
I could have done it with anybody,
but I was so great. You give me another All-Star, All-NBA caliber guard, that's enough because of how great I am."
Yeah. So it was he was glazing himself.
It was a self-glaze.
It's a self-glaze. He's self-glazed,
as the kids would say.
Brian, you got one more?
Yeah, we got a couple more. Fred, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go, Fred.
What's up, Fred?
Hello.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Ray Gonzalez from Boyle Heights. Is anybody working on a karaoke show that we were supposed to do?
That's a good question. On a karaoke show we were supposed to do. Laura, you know all about this. To explain.
Sure. We will try to work. I did not know that.
Did somebody plan a karaoke thing that I don't know about?
We've talked jokingly about when Janice used to work here that we were going to go out karaokeing, but we never planned.
We should do a karaoke.
Listen, I've tried to do this since I was on the Sedano and Cap show. That's been a long time and it has not manifested.
Hasn't happened.
Guys, Parker, let's get it together.
Let's go.
In
lieu, like a station event, in lieu of a softball game?
Well,
nobody, I will not get hurt at this.
Yes.
You can't get hurt singing American Pie in karaoke.
You'll just hurt others.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm down to try to put it together. I actually had a little bar that was willing to, host us and do it.
We should do it.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
It'd be cool.
All right, there is your Sports Graffiti. Let's talk about it on Sports Graffiti. Is sponsored by BetterHelp. If you are experiencing any emotional trouble right now, whether it's depression or anxiety or work is too much for you, all that stuff, therapy can make a difference in your life the way it has in mine. If you want a therapist right now, go to BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp. HELP.com/timeout. Remember, mental health is health. All right, big day at Heritage Hall. We're expecting Jaden Maiava coming up next for you. I got it right. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Up next on ESPN LA. Our LA Sports Mega Block, made possible by NextGen Air and Plumbing.
Got a clog? Call NextGen for their $88 drain cleaning special.
Visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Tell them ESPN LA sent you.
Be sure to catch Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti, weekday afternoons at 1 p.m. on Mason and Ireland. Sponsored by BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. BetterHelp.com/timeout.
Hey, it's John Ireland. If you've been searching for an energy drink that actually works without the crash or junk, look no further than Pro Baller Energy. Made with clean ingredients and natural caffeine, it gives you a smooth, focused boost, whether you're at work, on the golf course, or just need a pick-me-up. It's energy you can feel good about, and the limited edition Lakers can makes it even better. Find Pro Baller at Costco, Amazon, and select convenience stores today. Try it and see why champions choose clean energy.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
And it is a special edition of Mason and Ireland today, live from Heritage Hall on the campus of the USC Trojans. We are getting you ready for USC football, which starts in just a matter of weeks, right here on your home of USC, 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Let's get back to Heritage Hall and back to Mason and Andy on 710 ESPN and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
And we talked to Coach Lincoln Riley, talked to Coach Danton Lynn, and we are joined now by USC starting quarterback Jaden Maiava. Jaden, thanks for coming by. How are you, man?
I'm great. Fired up. Thank you for having me.
Excellent. Excellent. So I want to ask you, you transferred last year into the USC program.
Yes, sir.
From UNLV. What is that process like? There's a transfer portal, there's you being recruited. How did all that work?
Yeah, I mean, football has evolved. College football in general just evolved in today's society. But it was a pretty smooth transition from the transfer portal. Entered the portal, got a couple calls, and when SC rang, I knew it was the place to be. So, I'm fired up, and I'm super blessed to be here.
How hard is it now, do you think, for players to, develop either a connection with their program or connection with teammates? Just knowing with the portal, things can change so much.
Yeah. I mean, I think the biggest thing is, every team has the same goal in terms of having super success in a season. So, and with that comes super strong connections within the team and the coaching staff. So, yeah.
So last year you were thrust into the starting job midway through the season, or a little later than midway. This year you've had a full year to prepare. How much of an advantage does that give you over what you were able to do last year?
Super big advantage. It's just an opportunity for me to sharpen the edge and just go with this team. And, we're surrounded by great dudes. The offensive line had a great offseason. Coach True has put this team in the great position to go win games, and they established a standard for us, so we just got to maintain that throughout this long season.
When you look back at last season, what jumps out at you most in terms of these were the areas that I needed to grow, these were the things that I learned the most?
The biggest thing for me was just don't turn the ball over, going into each and every game, just really valuing the ball and just taking huge pride in that and just keeping the ball in the offense's hand and just keep rolling and go score touchdowns.
What are the quarterbacks, or who are the quarterbacks that you sort of look at and say, yeah, my game, I'm kind of modeling my game after that guy? Is there anybody out there?
It's a lot of them, actually. I try to watch. This offseason, at the top of my head, I could think about me and Coach Riley actually sat down about it, and, I really like to model my game after Kyler Murray in terms of like his ball IDs and how his ball security and how he took care of the ball very well. Watching that tape over and over again, it's not many throws that he threw up and gave the chance for the defense to pick it off. He got great IDs and it was just players for offense to make the play.
What is it like? I mean, you guys watch film all the time as a team. But what's it like actually just essentially watching film just with Coach Riley, the two of you?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's blessed. It's a huge blessing for me. First time sitting just our QB meeting. I mean, I'm just staring at Coach Riley like, shoot, I'm in the room with Coach Riley. It's electrifying. The mastermind of like the whole offense. But I've built this connection with him to where it's like, he's dissecting everything on the field and where he wants to attack the field and where he wants to attack the defense. So it's huge for me to know that, and so we're on the same page when we're out there.
You got a couple of great weapons that you played with last year, Mekhi Lemon, Jacoby Lane. What does that mean to you to have that sort of connection and that sort of chemistry coming into this year?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, it's all going to start with the offensive line, and it's always going to start with me making the right decisions and getting the ball in the playmaker's hands.
Do you set goals for a season, like personal goals on the field?
Yeah, I think week to week I just try to set a goal throughout a week. And, at the end of the week I just try to evaluate if I had accomplished those goals, and just see what I can do to be better.
Want to finish with some fun stuff. Cool?
Let's do it.
All right. Who on the team eats the most?
Shoot. I don't want to put him on a spot.
Do it.
Put him on the spot.
Do it.
Yeah.
He's looking over like, do I have the okay to do this?
You guys are going to get me in trouble. I'll probably say Jaden Abasiri.
Okay.
Jaden Abasiri. I've seen him eat some mountains of plates.
What is your, when nobody's looking, what's your secret cheat meal? What do you go to?
Oh, cookies and ice cream.
Yeah. What kind of ice cream?
Vanilla ice cream, chocolate chip cookies.
Can't go wrong. What's your hardest class?
My hardest class? It was like it's actually the hardest class, but I enjoy that class a lot and I have a lot of fun. Psychology.
Yeah.
I took some psych classes here.
Really? Yeah.
They were good.
Super interesting for sure. And I really enjoyed just paying attention and just understanding the whole different concepts of it. So.
Yeah. Last thing for you. When you're wearing your headphones before the game, what are you listening to?
I listen to, when I first throw them on, I got to start with some gospel music. That just gets my mind right and protects my peace going into each and every game and keeps me level-headed.
Nice. Yeah. Gospel music. That's the first time I've ever gotten that answer.
Yeah.
That is, I'll tell you what, we are so excited for this year. I am a huge fan of USC football. I'm excited to get this thing started up, and we appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much, Jaden.
I appreciate you for having me.
Absolutely. Jaden Maiava joining us, starting quarterback for the USC Trojans. Still to come, Kamari Ramsey's going to join us. That's coming up for you. And in the meantime, I want to tell you about Cosm. It is the ultimate immersive fan sports experience. The Dome at Cosm is a massive wraparound display with reserve booth-style seating. Makes it possible to not feel like you're just in the middle. It makes you feel like you're actually in the middle of the action. The Cosm Hall features wall-to-wall screens where you can watch multiple games at the same time. And the entertainment never stops at Cosm. Soccer, UFC, WWE, Cirque du Soleil, college and pro football right around the corner. Those games coming up. You can go check the schedule. You want to see The Matrix? I saw it at Cosm. It is spectacular. And inside Cosm, you can enjoy all the signature menu, including the lemon pepper wings and the Korean-style nachos, great craft cocktails, plenty of beer. Cosm is where your college game days become the ultimate college experience and where you feel every tackle, interception, and touchdown from inside the game. Unforgettable moments at Cosm. Go check out their schedule, COSM.com, COSM.com. See what's coming up, and then experience what Cosm is all about. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Are you ready for amazing golf at one of the best courses in Southern California and to be part of raising money for an incredible cause? It's time for the 4th Annual Give Back Golf Classic, Friday, August 29th at the stunning Black Gold Golf Club in Yorba Linda, benefiting the Folds of Honor Foundation. Folds of Honor, they have a mission to empower deserving military families with educational support and opportunities. Register to play now at blackgoldgolf.com/FOH. Plus, there are still sponsorship opportunities to be part of this amazing event. blackgoldgolf.com/FOH.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Take me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our tangy passion fruit lemonade. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey, it's Mace. This year marks the 90th anniversary of Social Security, a cornerstone of financial security in America. For 9 decades, it has kept hundreds of millions of Americans out of poverty, given families across the country peace of mind and dignity in retirement. That's why AARP will never stop fighting to protect the Social Security payments you earned. Learn more at aarp.org/CA. That's aarp.org/CA. Paid for by AARP California.
Get ready for the ultimate freestyle experience. Monster Jam Freestyle Mania, presented by Spin Master. For the first time ever, Monster Jam trucks team up with freestyle motocross bikes to deliver gravity-defying skills and thrills. See one-of-a-kind FMX bikes designed to match your favorite iconic Monster Jam trucks. Cheer on Team Gravedigger, Team El Toro Loco, and more. 2 times the freestyle action, full, sad, family fun. Coming to Crypto.com Arena August 22nd through 24th. Brought to you by BKD Tires. Lock in your seats today at MonsterJam.com.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
And it is a special edition of Mason and Ireland today, live from Heritage Hall on the campus of the USC Trojans. We are getting you ready for USC football, which starts in just a matter of weeks, right here on your home of USC, 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Let's get back to Heritage Hall and back to Mason and Andy on 710 ESPN and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
USC football here on 710 ESPN, home of USC athletics. And joining us right now, safety returning starter for the USC Trojans, Kamari Ramsey. Kamari, thanks for coming on, man. How are you?
Doing good. Thanks for having me.
Hang on. Did we get him? Yeah, we're hearing him. Yeah, pull that mic a little bit closer to you. There you go. So you, as I mentioned, you're a returning starter. How much of your job is leadership?
It's a lot. I mean, especially being in the defense for a good amount of time. I mean, I know the defense pretty well. So, and coming back, this being my second year with the Trojans, just taking on that responsibility of communication, making sure that we start fast and we finish fast. So it's a lot.
Coach Lynn talked with us earlier about how last year there was a process in terms of you guys trusting each other on the field, but also in a lot of ways trusting him because he was new. How does that trust develop where you guys can eventually just sell out for each other?
Just over time. I mean, you have to get to know one another off the field first. I think that's a big thing. Just not just looking at people as players, just they're humans first. So that's the biggest thing, seeing how people are, how they communicate, and things of that nature. So that's the biggest thing. And then just through reps, that's how you get together.
2 years ago, you were at UCLA, and it was a Pac-12 school. Now it jumped to the Big Ten last year. What's the biggest difference to you, if any, between jumping from Pac-12 to Big Ten?
I mean, I would say football is football, but the main thing I saw that was different was just the formations. You got a lot more like variety as far as 12 personnel, 13 personnel. Sometimes you got like 21X. So like extra linemen in the game, things of that nature. So that's probably the main thing I saw. But other than that, football is football.
And you also, as Mace said, you transferred over from UCLA to USC. What are the differences there, and why is USC so much better?
USC is just, I mean, they're both great schools. USC is just a great place to be. Great coaching staff. I mean, it was the best decision for me to come to this school. So, and after talking with my family, we just thought that was the best decision for me. So, yeah.
Rob Ryan is on this staff now. He's a legendary NFL defensive guy. What's he bringing to this team? What's he bringing to this defense right now?
A lot of energy every day. He's the same person every day. He's going to bring energy every day. And he's bringing a lot of knowledge. I mean, he comes from a great background, family background with football. He has a lot of knowledge, coached a long time in NFL. So it's just been great to learn from him, and he's been a great addition.
You went to Sierra Canyon out here. I'm looking right now at their Wikipedia entry. You were part of their notable alumni. Did you grow up wanting to play college football in LA?
Honestly, I didn't. I couldn't see that far, to be honest with you. I was just playing football as a young kid, and then once I got to high school, it was just like, this is the next step. Like I could have a chance for my parents not to pay for school. Like that was the first thing, the thought that came to mind. And then my freshman year, I got my first offer, and then everything just took off from there. So honestly, it happened so fast. But to tell you, that wasn't really like my dream growing up. It was just I was playing football. It was just something to do. Family background was football, so I was just playing football, having fun, and then got to high school, got my first offer, and I was like, okay, my parents, put myself in a position where my parents don't have to pay for my school. So
last year, I go to all the games. There were some pretty excruciating losses. 5 Big Ten games decided by a touchdown or less. How have you worked as a team to address that?
I mean, just staying together. I mean, we learned a lot about ourselves from last year. Those losses, but we learned a lot from those. Those are more so lessons. But just looking forward to this year. Just the past is the past. We can't change it, but we can learn from it. And then just looking on what we could do this year. Just staying together. We're gonna work together, and then
In these practices so far leading up to the season, how's the defense been developing? Is there anything that stands out to you?
I'll say the communication. That's the main thing. I mean, a loud defense is a confident defense. So just at pre-snap, talking, pointing out things out, whether it's the little things. There's no secrets on the football field. So just making sure we're in the right call, make sure everybody knows what they're doing, everybody on the same page, and just trusting each other to do our job.
Let me ask you some fun stuff on the way out the door here. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. What's your most random talent that absolutely will not help you on the field?
Will not help me on the field. That's a tough question. I don't know.
Tough one? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
All right, take the 5th. Would you rather play night games or afternoon games?
On Saturdays?
Yeah, Saturdays.
Afternoon.
Yeah, me too. I'm for an afternoon game. Who's the best trash talker on this team?
Eric Gentry.
Oh, hands down. No hesitation whatsoever.
Yeah, Eric Gentry.
All right. And
what's his style? How's it go about
it's just loud. Like, you can't really talk over him, so it's like he going to win because he's louder than you.
Last thing, what's your favorite restaurant in the neighborhood?
Restaurant, like true restaurant?
Like true restaurant.
Mastro's.
Mastro's. Yeah. Oh, nice. I like that.
Not bad.
Hey, that's good. That's good. Hey, Kamari, it's awesome to meet you, man. We're looking forward to a great season. Really, really excited for it. Thanks for coming on, and thanks for doing this.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. There's Kamari Ramsey from the USC defense. USC football starting in just a couple of weeks. Of course, you'll hear it all here on the home of USC Athletics, 710 ESPN. All right, so after a crash, the insurance company wants you to feel guilty. It's like asking for help is selfish. Like standing up for yourself is too much. Jacob and Ronnie makes it clear you don't owe them anything. You didn't ask to get hit. You didn't ask for the ER visit, the time off work, the pain. What you do deserve is somebody who stands up for you. That's where the law offices of Jacob Imrani comes in. Jacob Imrani doesn't let insurance companies push you around. He builds your case, finds the right doctors, deals with every call and every form they throw at you, and you don't pay unless Jacob wins your case. So stop carrying guilt around for something that wasn't your fault. Take control back and call Jacob. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Call Jacob.com, the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC. Trust Jacob and Ronnie, and you can too. You can follow him on Instagram and on Facebook at call.jacob is the handle for great advice and prizes and more. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Coming up today at 3 p.m.
Marcus, George Sedano, Scott Kaplan with you here. Thanks for taking the time, buddy. What went into the decision in regards to you joining the Lakers?
For me, it's being able to get back into that mode of, being on a big stage, making an impact, and, helping the team win.
And now, let me ask you this. How much or how instrumental was Luka in recruiting you over here?
Oh, he's big time. The fact that, a player of his caliber, checking in, and trying to see, what he can and how I can get over here to join, him and LeBron and everybody else on this Lakers team to come over here and, help do something, make an impact to do something great. We understand that we play this game to win championships.
Sedano and Cap on 710. The fun way to drive home.
Sedano and Cap.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Michaela's Mobile Spa, Michaela. Michaela got a quick business insurance quote from Progressive and chose from over 30 customizable coverages. Sure, it helps she's her only employee and does literally everything. But while others would rest on their laurels, Michaela was hard at work saving big. So take that, hypothetical other employee who doesn't exist. Be your own Michaela. See if you could save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
Beat the heat this summer with NextGen, the official AC plumbing and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. If your AC breaks down, don't hesitate. Call NextGen now and enjoy expert installation on any new system. For a limited time, combat SoCal's air quality and reduce dust in your home with a free no-ozone air purifier included with any new AC system install. Call 833-3NEXTGen or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com to book online. CSLB number 1011173, lifetime warranty on selected items.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
And it is a special edition of Mason and Ireland today, live from Heritage Hall on the campus of the USC Trojans. We are getting you ready for USC football, which starts in just a matter of weeks, right here on your home of USC, 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Let's get back to Heritage Hall and back to Mason and Andy on 710 ESPN and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
All right, soccer fans, this one's for you. It's the Soccer Dream Ticket presented by San Antonio Cardinal. Your chance to win an unforgettable trip for two. We're talking 2 tickets to the final match, plus hotel, round-trip flights. Enter for your chance to win now at SoccerDreamTicket.com. That's SoccerDreamTicket.com, brought to you by San Antonio Cardinal Wine, the perfect game day wine. Mason in Ireland, Andy Kamenetsky here with me. We're live at Heritage Hall today. Had a chance to talk to Coach Lincoln Riley. Had a chance to talk to Danton Lynn. Talked to Jaden Maiava. Had a really good day. Kamari Ramsey. And joining us right now is the legendary voice of USC football, Pete Arbogast. Good seeing you, Pete.
Do I clap for myself?
Yes, you clap for yourself.
No,
You've got
yes.
a round of applause in here.
Thanks.
How long have you been the voice of USC football?
I started in 1989.
Wow.
So 36, 37 years.
37 years
ago.
To put it in perspective, do you remember who was the starting quarterback in 1989?
Todd Marinovich.
Todd
Marinovich.
It wasn't going to be. We were at practice at UC Irvine, and the starter, I think, was O'Hara, Pat O'Hara, and he blew his leg out like a week before the first game. And so here's the freshman Marinovich. Got to go.
My time here, actually, at USC coincided with Todd Marinovich. I had a sculpture class with him.
He's a very talented artist.
Is he? Very, yes.
Yes.
Very good.
I bought a piece from him for Christmas for my wife a couple of years ago. Went down to Laguna and saw his place, and everything was really good.
His sculpture was very good, but I got to know him a little bit in the class. Painting was where he really stood out.
He did a painting for us.
Wow.
Yeah, he was great.
That's very nice. So you just mentioned something in passing that I can't believe. You are going to compete in the World Body Surfing Championships?
In Oceanside's coming up in a couple of weeks.
So how did you start body surfing?
When you're a kid.
Yeah.
I think my grandfather taught me in San Clemente when I was a kid.
And when did you turn pro?
Well, there's no money involved.
There's no NIL with
but
body
there
surfing?
are 3 good competitions. Manhattan Beach has one, San Clemente has one, and then Oceanside has the big one. And I've been doing that for probably 20, 25 years now.
Now, you were a very young man. At what point is the age drop-off for body surfing?
I haven't noticed it yet.
Good for
There's
you.
There's a lot of guys. Oh, for me, I'm fine.
Yeah.
In the competition, it's packed.
Oh, is it?
There's 90-year-old guys doing it.
Yeah.
I just turned 70, so I was at the bottom of my age group, which I was going, yeah, I got a chance to get out of the first round, maybe get into the semis, and then I popped a calf muscle the other day, so I'm 2-4. And
are you out of the?
I can't go.
You can't go.
I can barely walk.
Oh, that is too bad, man. Yeah. Too bad. I know you train all year for this kind
of
stuff.
Do a bunch of tricks. You can do flips in the wave and backwards takeoffs, underwater takeoffs.
Nice, man. Nice. So where are we as a USC football program?
Well, it seems to be on the rise.
Yeah.
I mean, we were in a valley there for way too long.
Yes.
Notwithstanding the Rose Bowl win a few years ago, which is now 7 years, 8 years ago.
Exactly.
It seems like after the cupboard was left bare, this group has come in and restocked, and it seems like we're if we haven't climbed all the way back up the hill, we're getting there, and that's what it feels like.
Are you noticing a comfort level that's growing for Lincoln Riley? Because this is a high-pressure job with a very demanding fan base.
Even if he was going 11-1 every year, it's a tough job.
Yeah.
You can't be a coach at one of those universities and struggle to the records that they've had, certainly, and even 9-3 is tough. So he knows that. He knows that full well, and it looks like it's coming. This looks like a better year than the last couple of years, and because of the recruiting that we see so far. Now, that's not guys that have signed and are not sealed, and with the transfer portal these days, who
knows?
Anywhere, any day, everybody's day to day. But if everything stays the way it is, it looks like they're going to be back in the national championship picture in the next few years.
Yeah. So I know I have a feeling I know your position on this, and I have a slightly controversial one.
Okay.
I believe so far every team with 2 losses or less has made the college football playoff of the major conferences. Okay. That means that USC, in addition to playing in the Big Ten, has got Notre Dame on the schedule, and Notre Dame is a quality opponent. I am of the belief, I've got to keep my voice down here, that they should drop the Notre Dame.
You're out of your mind.
You think so? Yeah, I knew. That's why I wanted to bring it up for you.
It's the greatest game in college football.
Yeah.
Everybody watches the SC Notre Dame. Everybody watches that game. Don't duck anybody.
But if they miss the playoff by 1 Notre Dame loss.
Don't lose. Beat them. Make them suffer. Make them worry about it. Don't you worry about it. Go out and beat them.
Is there momentum for playing Notre Dame on a not every year basis?
No.
Is there any?
Wouldn't mind moving it. I don't care about moving it. I think it's so great that it's the last game of the year when it's here.
Right.
And it's great that we don't play them the last game of the season
I
there.
hate those October games there.
12 degrees in November, but October's okay. It's a little chilly.
Right.
But I wouldn't even mind playing them at the beginning of the season when we go there.
That was
okay.
my idea.
That's okay.
Is make it the opener.
That's fine. Or a second game or the third game, whatever. I mean, maybe you open against the Citadel and then you play Notre Dame.
Right.
You get one under your belt first.
Sure.
But I do love the one that's here last.
Yeah.
I think that's a great
People totally hate me for this position.
You're out of your mind.
Yeah.
Drop Notre Dame.
Yeah, drop Notre Dame.
Drop SC Notre Dame.
I want to be in the playoff.
I do too, but I want to beat Notre Dame and get there.
Well,
then I want to beat them again in the playoff.
There you go.
We talked about this earlier with Coach Riley because, he has been very candid about there is a push-pull between wanting to honor the tradition, wanting to play that game himself.
I get it.
But the reality that Mace is talking about in the way the selection committee works and the way you get into the tournament and stuff like that, I am hopeful, I'm probably wrong, but hopeful that at some point, especially given the way conferences are consolidating, stuff like that, that they'll start to take context of your season into account, because I think you should get more credit for a tough loss against a team you weren't necessarily, finger quotes, supposed to win, as opposed to dominating a team that you were supposed to win. I think you should get more credit in a lot of ways if there is a third loss. If there are 3 losses against really good teams, you should get more credit for that than rolling a pretty cake schedule.
Their only tough non-con is Notre Dame. They're
Right.
playing Georgia Southern and Montana State.
Right.
Georgia Southern is not a terrible football team coming in. They're going to give SC a little bit of gas, but don't duck anybody and don't do what the SEC does and play those cupcakes. Just play the games.
But the people in charge should take into account of the cupcakes that the SEC plays.
Yes, they should.
And give SC more credit.
Well, they have to do that to SC this year. We're playing Montana State and Georgia Southern.
Right. Now, I would say this, and to Andy's point, it seems like there should be, maybe it's based on Big Ten standings as opposed to overall record. Then a big non-conference game doesn't affect your Big Ten standings and potentially your spot in the playoffs.
Steve, last year, Notre Dame lost to Northern Illinois.
Oh, I know.
And they still made it.
Yeah.
And deep.
Sure.
So what does anything mean? If you're going to lose to Northern Illinois at home.
Right.
Then
and still made it.
Would that have mattered in November more than it mattered in September?
No, but do
Maybe.
you see my point? Like, for example, Texas and Ohio State are playing on
right away. Boom.
Great game. Game.
Yep.
I don't think that game should count against either team. I think it can prop up a team. I don't think it should count against their playoff record.
What unless one of them wins 40-0.
Right.
Correct. Then I think
if
matters.
it's lopsided, that's totally
If it's a 30-28 ball game like it should be,
right,
then they both get props and the winning team gets a little more.
Yeah. But Andy's right
we shouldn't go to Notre Dame and win this year. We're not favored to win that. They don't have much of a quarterback so far. But they got a great running back.
Yes.
And they got big offensive line, and they're Notre Dame still. We haven't won there in a bunch of years now.
Yeah, it seems like a while.
Yeah. It's not, and I talked to Tom Kelly about this before he passed away, and he said,
the great Tom
I thought
Kelly.
we were never going to win. It was like 39 years they went before OJ finally beat them in 67, and he said they had the party of their life when it happened.
Yeah, I bet. Tell me about Jaden Maiava.
Well, I like him. I wish they'd let him run a little bit more.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm worried about the offensive line a little bit because we're not terribly deep, and without Wingfield, that's not going to help any if that doesn't come to fruition. Everything else seems okay on this team. All the other position groups seem okay, but that offensive line, and if you don't have a good offensive line, and especially in the Big Ten, you're going to be in a little bit of trouble. So they've got to figure that out in a hurry. But that is the calling card of every college football team, and every high school team. If you don't have a good offensive line, you're going to have some problems. That being said, if they can protect him long enough for him to scramble around and throw the ball, he's got a pretty accurate arm. He's going to be more confident this year than he was last year coming in late in the season. He had some good numbers, but threw some iffy interceptions. Certainly the two against Notre Dame come to mind right away.
Yep.
But I've seen him run on film a lot, and I'd like to see him run some more.
When you say Maiava run more, you let them run more. Do you mean more design plays for him to run?
Yes, and on his own. just create. Be a creative quarterback. That they're going to be looking for that at the next level. So be a creative quarterback, and Caleb did that certainly better than anybody we've seen recently, at least at USC. So be creative, but also by design.
Yeah.
Let him do that dive thing and read it to himself a few times. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let him go.
Hey, last thing I wanted to get to with you. You over the years have done this job, and people know you as the voice of USC. How do you do? Everybody knows. What does that mean to you?
Now, see, you're making me tear up. See,
that was the idea.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I'm pulling a Roy Firestone.
As I get closer towards the end of my career, which is probably 6 years away, more and more, because I've dedicated my life to this. I've turned down some pretty good jobs. You and I have talked about that they wanted me to not be the voice of the Trojans and be specifically the voice of them.
Yes.
And I said, no, I could do both. And they said, no, you can't. We won't let you. And so I stayed here because you can't be the guy, the Tom Kelly that I grew up with. You can't be that guy unless you stick around.
Sure.
And that's been my goal all along. So to be put in the same, to me, I'm put in the same category as Tom, who was a great mentor of mine, but also of the guys that I listened to growing up that we all did.
Sure.
With Vinny and Bob Miller and Dick Enberg and all the guys, Chick, all the guys. To even be mentioned with that group is amazing, first of all.
Yeah.
But to be the longtime voice of the Trojans and to have done more games on the radio in college football than anybody in the history of Los Angeles radio, that's leaving behind something.
Absolutely. Hey, it's awesome seeing you.
Good.
Thank you
See
so
you guys.
Sorry you won't be in the body surfing championship.
You're killing me. You're killing me, Whitey. You're killing me.
But next year we'll broadcast live from the
Oceanside Pier. You could be looking down right on the water there.
This year, whoever wins, it's fraudulent.
It's an asterisk. It's an asterisk.
It's always Jeff Lashbrook. He's so good.
Damn that Jeff Lashbrook.
He's nothing if you're there.
He's so good.
I'm talking to you, Jeff Lashbrook.
I just want to advance out of the first round. These guys are so good.
Well, heal up, and then next year.
Yeah.
Heal up, and there's always next year.
Maybe he'll pop his hand.
Sure. Absolutely. A little schadenfreude there.
Yeah. Do you know a guy?
Yeah. Shane Stant.
Okay,
Remember
good.
that guy?
No, we can go get it.
All right. Thanks so much, Pete.
You bet.
Appreciate it, man. The Freeway Series is on. Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water and ESPN LA hosting the ultimate watch party. You can join us at Clearman's Galley in San Gabriel on Wednesday, August the 13th at 6 p.m. Grab your gear, hang with the crew, enter to win tickets and more at the Freeway Series watch party at Clearman's Galley, presented by Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water, the official water of Major League Baseball. I think, all in all, pretty successful day here so far.
Fun.
Laura, I thought you nailed it.
I did. I just stood quiet.
Totally nailed it.
Thank
the whole
you.
crew here, Parker and Sienna and Lucas and Zaylin.
You know, it does hurt me a little bit because as a UCLA fan, being in this room, I was like, oh, my God, I don't know how to feel.
Yeah, how do you feel?
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
So it's actually a lot of
But
weird.
it feels like home. It's starting to feel like home.
No. But
starting to feel comfortable here.
But Coach was great, both.
You know, that is your color right there.
Yeah.
No?
This reminds me of 49ers colors. That's another reason.
I don't like the 49ers.
Yeah. See? That's why, to me, it's like, but just being in here and knowing the history that USC does have, it's actually really cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah. It's very cool. Pete, great seeing you, man.
You too.
Thank you very much. All right, Pete Arbogast, how do you do? It will not be long until we hear that call. All right, I'm going to do something. I'm going to take a quick break. Okay. We're a little ahead of schedule.
We are.
Take a quick break, and then we'll come back, and we'll have a big bonus, gigantic segment of just us.
Okay.
That's next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Are you ready for amazing golf at one of the best courses in Southern California and to be part of raising money for an incredible cause? It's time for the 4th Annual Give Back Golf Classic, Friday, August 29th at the stunning Black Gold Golf Club in Yorba Linda, benefiting the Folds of Honor Foundation. Folds of Honor, they have a mission to empower deserving military families with educational support and opportunities. Register to play now at blackgoldgolf.com/FOH. Plus, there are still sponsorship opportunities to be part of this amazing event. blackgoldgolf.com/FOH.
I
auditioned for Old Broadway once, only I was off-key, off-beat, and off-stage. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
It's gonna be hot thunder from down under. Live August 15th.
Number 2.
The Marketplace. Because poke, pizza, and pork ribs are a party on your plate.
And the number 1 reason.
Football is back. Grab a beer. Give your team a cheer. Need I say more? Watch everywhere you eat, stay, and play.
Morongo. Good times.
Rams fans, the 2025 Rams regular season is right around the corner. Don't miss any regular season home games this year with marquee matchups against the 49ers, Lions, Texans, Buccaneers, and more for only $97 per game. In addition, get home playoff ticket access, interest-free monthly payment plans, and stadium event pre-sale access. Visit therams.com/2025. Again, that is therams.com/2025. Secure your season tickets and see you at the Rams house.
Hey, it's Greg Bergman. If you aren't joining Marcus Grant, Parker Bell, and myself every morning on the Blue Review from 8:30 to 8:55 on the ESPN Lay YouTube page, what are you even doing with your mornings? We break down everything from Shohei hitting bombs to Tanner Scott blowing saves. We talk about the highs and don't brush off the lows. Always honest and talking how we feel. It's all thanks to LAX, where changes are arriving daily and transforming the travel experience. The Blue Review every morning from 8:30 to 8:55 on the ESPN Lay YouTube page. The Blue Review. The Blue Review.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is a special edition of Mason and Ireland today, live from Heritage Hall on the campus of the USC Trojans. We are getting you ready for USC football, which starts in just a matter of weeks, right here on your home of USC, 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Let's get back to Heritage Hall and back to Mason and Andy on 710 ESPN and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Thanks to everybody here at USC for joining us. Coach Lincoln Riley, defensive coordinator Danton Lynn, Kamari Ramsey, who's one of the leaders on defense, and Jaden Maiava, who is the new starting quarterback for USC, picking up where he left off last year. So, Andy, I want to say something, and I want to get we've been saying it all day long for the last couple of days, and I don't think it's quite registering with anybody. Are you ready?
Let's do this.
Shohei Ohtani struck out 8 guys in 4 innings yesterday and hit a 2-run homer.
It's like this is bonkers, cartoon, Paul Bunyan legend type of stuff. Like, you might as well be describing a Yeti.
Yeah.
That, like, people don't believe actually exists. Like, the thing that he's doing right now, we haven't seen anybody attempt something like this since Babe Ruth, and none of us actually saw it.
Right,
Like, we're actually seeing it. And he also is looking to do it longer than Babe Ruth ever did it.
Right, and he is, I mean, he was 100. He was dotting the corners with a 100-mile-an-hour fastball yesterday. I mean, it's astounding to me that anybody is capable of doing that.
Like, okay, you know how Mookie Betts, he's gone from right field to shortstop, and it's been, I think, for Dodger fans, certainly at our station, it's been controversial. There have been a lot of people who have very, I think, strong differing opinions of it. But regardless of how you feel about it, him doing that in and of itself is incredibly impressive. Like, to go from right field to playing shortstop, one of the most difficult positions in sports with no background, that is amazing. There's a part of me that wants to see Ohtani just play first base or play left field. Like, just to see if he could do it I suspect the answer is he could.
Yeah.
Like if Shohei Ohtani set his mind to play center field,
he could do it.
I suspect he could do it.
He could do anything on the diamond.
Because he's got speed. He has athleticism. Like, he is in the ultra 1% of MLB athletes.
Yeah. You know, sometimes you watch a movie and somebody pulls focus. Maybe not the star. Maybe a supporting player pulls. Shohei Ohtani pulls focus every time I look at a Dodger game.
You know what? I was thinking about this actually recently with Ohtani. He's almost got like anti-charisma.
What does that mean?
He doesn't go out of his way to project his charisma, but his charisma is really bright.
I don't know. He's got that easy smile when he steps up to the plate.
But he's not. But he's not going out. He's not going out of his way to be a Riz god.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that.
Like, there are people who are Riz gods.
Thank you.
Who their big goal in life is to be a Riz god.
And thank you for noticing.
Yeah, like you. but you, though, Mace. The difference is, respectfully.
Yes.
You go out of your way to make sure everybody sees the
Correct.
charisma.
Exactly.
Ohtani just assumes everyone sees it. He puts no effort behind it.
So I'm going to pivot here. If we had the Seinfeld sound, I would play it. Do you know what a furry is? I think everybody at this point knows what a furry is. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure we work with one.
Morales.
Oh, you think Morales is a furry?
I didn't say any names.
Okay.
I just said I'm pretty sure we work with one.
Can't be
So
Cappy.
a furry is somebody, if you don't know, who's got interest in anthropomorphic animals and with human traits like walking on two legs, speaking common language, wearing clothes, and wearing like bunny outfits and stuff. So there is this thing that has popped up out there, a guy named Josh Hoover, who's the quarterback at Texas Christian University. This thing started with a fake photo that did not come from his Instagram story, but everybody claimed it was from his Instagram story. And it is three like magic, I don't know, unicorns and some all furry. So
they're
everybody's
multicolored. They look like Disney characters.
So they made it look like this was Josh Hoover's Instagram story, the quarterback at TCU, and then there is the picture that shows up. So this started a whole thing. First of all, the answer is no, he is not a furry. Okay? That doesn't take the fun out of it. Here is a tweet, hearing rumblings that Josh Hoover has many furry suits. He dresses for special occasions. This one is his favorite and is inspired by the 90s show Hoover grew up watching Barney and Friends. So is it there? Now, this is all made up. He's not a furry. And people are just taking pictures of furries and attributing them to him.
Well, I mean, look, this is a byproduct of the social media and internet age that we live in, combined at a time when, in all forms of media, fact checkers are getting let go.
Fact checkers? What are they?
That's what I'm saying. So, like, this is how all of a sudden Josh Hoover ends up a furry.
I mean, look at the picture you did the other day, right? That with the different logo.
Oh yeah, with the different logo behind me.
Just leave it at that different logo, and I was like, "Whoa!" And you're like, "Oh, AI." I was like, "What? That's insane."
Yeah.
I would have thought it was legit.
I mean, at this point, he might as well become a furry,
right?
Because he's been enlisted into furry life.
Oh, this is who he is now,
right?
In the public.
The internet has decided that Josh Hoover is a furry. So
God bless him.
At this point, he might as well start going to the meetings, hanging out
the
at the
furry,
parties,
the convention.
Yes, I mean, because like this has been thrust upon him.
Of course.
Did we have a furry convention downtown? Do they have that at the convention center?
I'm sure. I mean, there's a convention.
I see people
for
dressed up
everything.
sometimes down there. I know there's like anime stuff.
Yes.
And
Yes.
You
The
probably brought your
K-pop
daughter
one,
to
right?
see anime.
You know, I wanted to. The problem is it was too crowded, and she didn't want to go. There is a furry convention in Los Angeles, Furry Weekend 2025. Oh, it got canceled.
Oh, no.
It was supposed to be last June at the Hilton in L.A.
Sorry, Josh.
By the airport. It got canceled.
Sorry, Josh.
I'm really happy it got canceled.
Yeah. So what do you know? I'm just jumping around here because I'm out. I'm taking my mom and not stepdad Leo to San Francisco.
I love San Francisco.
And we are having dinner, by the way, at a place called Tatich. Have you ever heard of Tatich?
I have not.
It claims to be the oldest restaurant in the state of California.
Oh, wow.
It's like super old. I've been there before.
Tatich Grill?
Yeah, exactly. It eats a little bit. The menu's a little bit like Musso and Frank down on Hollywood Boulevard, but it's like a super old restaurant, super historic restaurant. And Ireland always gets me worried about Union Square. Every time I'm there, it seems okay.
Well, it can
I
be
was in San
dicey,
Francisco last year.
but it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's when
Look,
I've been there a couple of times in the last
don't,
few
like,
years.
Is
in
there
Tenderloin.
okay? Look, is there a homelessness issue in San Francisco? Yes, just like there is in every major city across the country. It is mostly, though, scary by Ireland standards. Like by Ireland.
Wait a minute. You're saying that it's safe by Ireland.
Yes, by the gated community standards of how Ireland lives.
By Mayberry standards.
Yeah, it's a hellhole. Like by Ireland standards, it's crime left and right. It's an apocalypse, every man for themselves.
Take me back to my compound.
We went to San Francisco, my wife and daughter and I, last year. My daughter had never been before. She wanted to see it. We stayed like in the wharf, like
yeah, it's really
the
cool.
area that's supposedly so incredibly run down. We were taking our life into our own hands
The wharf?
every time we went outside. It was fine.
Yeah, it was fine.
No, the wharf is fine. Like, if you're going to listen.
All the bad stuff's in the Tenderloin.
In the Tenderloin.
It always has been.
It has, exactly. Like, I remember the first time I went and we were walking and I had God knows why we had laptops and a camera. I think Briones and I went together and it was wild. We're like, someone's like, you guys are not from here.
Yeah.
Get out of here. It's late. And that's how we learn. Like, you don't walk into Tenderloin at that time. But it's like.
There are bad areas of town in
exactly.
every town.
Exactly. Like, yesterday we were talking about downtown LA and how they didn't want to walk in certain parts. And I'm like, guys, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
By the way, heads up to Josh Hoover, August 14th through the 17th, the Texas Furry Siesta 25 touches down in Dallas.
Very close.
Dallas Fort Worth. They're right next to each other.
Very close.
So, like, I'm not saying he is a furry. I'm just saying this is your safe space, Josh Hoover.
Now, San Francisco, did you know I did mornings in San Francisco?
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
I did mornings in San Francisco. So my friend Sarah Clark, who is the morning show host for probably as long as me and John have been here.
Okay.
She has a show called Sarah and Vinny. It's on Alice Radio in San Francisco. Okay. Sarah and Vinny show.
And Vinny.
So Vinny, this was back in 2001, Vinny had to go to rehab. So Sarah called me and said, can you fill in for about 6 months while Vinny goes to rehab? And I did mornings with Sarah on Alice Radio in San Francisco.
That's actually really
It was so cool.
Really
I lived at Baker Beach, right on the Presidio. Wow. It was terrific.
So I'm a big radio nerd. You guys know this. I talk about this all the time. So I loved, because it has changed a lot, but KMEL, 106 KMEL. Like, I was like, if I don't get in on Power 106 or whatever, like, that's where I want to be. Or their version of Kiss FM, which is Wild 94. Like, I loved their Bay Area because they're so pro their music and their artists, and I love that.
It's a great, great city. It's still a great city. Yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it is. It is. So I'm looking forward to, Leo's from there, so I'm looking forward to taking him up, and my mom is super excited. She's picked out all new clothes. It's,
I love your mom.
It's a big, big getaway.
Donna's getting dolled up.
She's getting dolled up for San Francisco.
Let's bleep and do this.
Exactly. All right, so you're listening to KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station, and listen up, soccer fans. San Antonio Cardinal wine and. Let me start over. Edit this out, okay? When we edit the show, cut this out. Listen up, soccer fans. San Antonio Cardinal Wine and ESPN LA want to send you and a guest to the final match of the season. It is the Soccer Dream Ticket. Enter for your chance to win now at soccerdreamticket.com. That's soccerdreamticket.com. Brought to you by San Antonio Cardinal Wine, the perfect game day wine. Let's do some Fast Track.
And it is 2 p.m. in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland.
All right, it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
The return of Fast Track, driven by our friends at Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
Down low is 350Q, 3.25 horsepower, 4-speed, 410 gears, 10 coats of competition orange, hand rubbed lacquer with a blue plain mat full, and race cams.
Fast Track on Mason in Ireland.
Time for Fast Track.
Snubbed again. This is. Let's leave this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there has been a great injustice. Andy Kamenetsky, tell me what just happened. I am still kind of staggered by this news.
We're on air. We're on air.
I thought we were screwing around.
No, we're still on air.
Yet again, Steve Mason, you were snubbed by the Marconis.
Wow.
They just announced
enter?
the finalists.
Did we even enter?
Well, that's more of a Morales-Sam Pines thing.
So
I have no
who got
idea.
nominated? Anybody we know?
Colin Cowherd
Colin,
got nominated for Syndicated Personality of the Year. Not a lot of names that I recognize.
Okay.
Not a lot of Los Angeles representation, frankly.
Never won a Marconi Award. Would like to win one.
Well, you were snubbed yet
again. All right, Brian, take it away.
I will take
Laura,
one away
you take it.
first.
Sorry.
You know what I did want? I was nominated for a Golden Mike, but I didn't win one, and I'm so bummed because I want one.
Do you have like a certificate?
No,
that says
you don't.
Nominee?
A
little ribbon.
No,
like everybody
no,
gets
I
a
wish.
ribbon.
No.
So when they say it's an honor just to be nominated, they're lying. People want the award.
Listen, it was an honor because we lost to ABC7. They had like a smaller market, and our college station didn't win. But Carlo has, I think, 2. Carlos Saisu has 2 Golden Mike Awards?
Carlo?
Yeah, I think he has
Really?
1 or 2, yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah. All right, guys. So there's no easy transition to what I'm about to talk about. But I know that, this life is stressful. A lot of us are, especially ours, like we are in a very stressful industry. And there's a new way to relieve stress.
Okay.
So there is stress-strapped adults, especially in China, are turning to adult-sized pacifiers as an offbeat of coping mechanism. They're using it as a tool. These adult-sized pacifiers are ranging from $1.40 to $70.
$70. What's $70?
I have no idea. It says it cites relief from anxiety, better sleep, and even help quitting smoking. One buyer shared that it gives them the psychological comfort and it makes them not so fidgety. Psychologists link this to a trend called regression phenomenon, when you as an adult seek comfort into what you used to do when you were a child.
Right.
So if you guys are that stressed, I know you use gummies, but let's say you couldn't use a gummy or anything like that. Would you guys use a adult-sized pacifier?
Yeah, grow up. Come on. You've got a pacifier. You're a grown-up adult human being, and you put a pacifier in your mouth? Grow
Security
up.
blanket.
Yeah, no. I grew out of security blankets too. I don't need a pacifier.
Do you remember during like the era in like the 90s, maybe the beginning of 2000s when raves were the big thing?
Oh yeah.
Pacifiers at the raves were a big thing.
Were they a big
yeah,
thing?
Like you would have people in their 20s and their 30s. They would be at these clubs and they would have a pacifier.
He's over there, our engineer, saying, "Yeah."
Yo.
I wasn't you? Okay.
Then he said, not me.
Yeah.
But
He's like,
I'm not wrong about this.
Yeah.
I can see it as something that could help somebody looking to quit smoking because
the smoking thing I get.
The smoking thing I get. Like I vape right now from time to time, and I really would like to quit vaping altogether, but I need that.
It's an oral fixation.
It's an oral fixation,
Yeah.
so maybe a pacifier would help me, but I'm not going to look that stupid. I'm a grown up, not looking stupid.
Fastrack.
All right, guys, a little update before I get to mine here. So Golden Hill Little League is going to take on Hawaii tonight. That's the Fullerton team here, so the local SoCal team. 1 win away from going to Williamsport. And as we know, El Segundo won it all last year. So see if we can get back-to-back, Southern California winners.
All right, awesome.
Nice. All right, so this one came to mind since you guys are at USC. If you could only go to one of their away games this year, not including Notre Dame, because I know everybody would want to go to that Notre Dame game. So Purdue, Illinois, Nebraska, or Oregon, which game would you want to travel to and why?
I would go to Oregon. I think that game could be for everything. End of the season at Oregon, unbelievably tough place to play. If they are in position to win the Big Ten or to get to the playoff, that is a gigantic game. Plus, I've never been to Oregon for a football game, and I hear it's a great place to watch a game.
My answer is also Oregon for all the reasons you listed. It's supposedly an I've been to Oregon. I've never been to an SC Oregon game. It's supposed to be an incredible place to watch a game. The atmosphere is incredible. It is, Pac-12 memories, stuff like that. I would absolutely pick Oregon.
Laura, what about you?
I'm not a USC fan, but I would also pick Oregon.
Yeah.
Also, shorter travel.
I'll tell you, I've been to the USC Notre Dame game a couple of times at Notre Dame. Have you been to Notre Dame?
I've never been to Notre Dame, no.
It's something everybody should see. It is really cool. Touchdown Jesus. They've done just a beautiful job on the stadium. It's a great campus. It's a really cool place to be, and we never win there. That's what I remember. I've not been there for a win, and as Pete Arbogast recently, said a couple of minutes ago on the show, we haven't won there in a while.
It's a hard place to win, man.
I would like to go, especially like during college football, to like an HBCU game.
Oh, yeah.
Because they look like they're so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, that's something I would like to do.
Fastrack.
Fastrack. All right, guys. So we talk a lot about online gambling here.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's affecting Las Vegas. They're seeing their slump right now. In June 2025, their hotel traffic dropped almost 12% from the year before.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot, right? So they're saying folks who are under 40 are skipping the slots in Vegas and doing online gambling, digital hangouts, and also not drinking while they're gambling, which is crazy. Because that's my thing. If I
Which
go to
is
Vegas.
probably smart.
Probably smart, but if I go to Vegas, you sit on the slot and they give you a drink.
Yeah,
Like,
there's a reason the drinks are all free.
Exactly. So with millennials spending nearly less, time on the slots, but they are spending more money on shows and food in Vegas. So they're pivoting to experiences, not the casinos themselves. Is Vegas becoming like for old people? Like for an older demographic?
Old people? Well, I can tell you, my mom becomes hypnotized at slot machines. Like the world comes down to just that screen. She plays the Buffalo slots. She loves those things. I don't know how they work, how they operate it, but I do think slot machines skew
older.
And I do think people are gambling. You don't have to go to Vegas on the first day of the NCAA tournament to gamble anymore. People are gambling more freely, and I think some of the resorts I heard are having a hard time keeping up.
Vegas, first of all, I think has priced out a lot of younger people. Like Vegas has just grown more expensive, period. Like I know when I used to go to Vegas, like in my late teens, early to mid 20s, you could make a really fun, inexpensive weekend out of it, even if you were like me and gambling. Now it's just so much harder. Like Vegas went to this shift where they wanted to be much more family-friendly, much more corporate-friendly.
Yeah.
And that led to a lot of things just becoming way, way more expensive.
So that being said, I did stay at the Fontainebleau. It's a great, great hotel resort.
You have mentioned that.
I really, really liked it. And the other thing, ad nauseum, we've talked about Sphere, but if you get to go to Vegas, Sphere is something you got to see.
Okay. I want to go so bad for this Backstreet Boys concert, and I talked to Pepe, and he goes, the tickets are so cheap. I paid like no money for them. And I was like, Pepe, I've looked. The cheapest ticket is like $600 with fees. Which I know is not a lot. But
no, that's a lot.
But it is a lot for a concert. Well, because some of the Sphere tickets were like in the thousands for certain shows. So to me, I was like, okay, that's not a lot. But that's a plane ticket.
But it's a lot for a concert, though.
Yeah,
like $600 for a ticket for a show is a lot.
And I'm like, wow, like concerts now are, we talked about how I want to go to a concert in Puerto Rico, but it's like just the amount of money you have to dish out to even be in the building now. Not even get a good seat, just be in the building is ridiculous.
Here's another thing real quick that I think has gotten in the way of younger people getting to Vegas or part of the pricing out. The low-limit tables now have become more expensive.
Oh.
Right. The lowest limit is like
$25.
It's terrible. You can't find a game. You got to go downtown to find a game with a reasonable buy.
Right, and then you're starting to get off the strip. You're starting to get out of the whole, finger quotes, Vegas experience.
Correct.
So then you become disincentivized to go. Like, what's the point? If you're not going to get the whole Vegas experience, you're going to spend the whole time off strip. Why am I
under
bothering?
that roof thing that they've got in downtown? What is going on? The roof thing, and then I think they have the Four Queens and Fitzgerald's maybe.
I haven't been there
It's
in a
like
minute.
all the off-brand casinos are under that roof in downtown Vegas.
The last time I went to Vegas, I had to go because my laptop, the only Apple store that was open to get my laptop fixed was in Vegas during like the pandemic and stuff. And Janice and I went, and I'm like, dude, get me out of here. Like, I hate Vegas. She's like, let's go party.
So here's the thing. We have a friend who's playing at the Sphere this fall. It's Deacon Fry.
Oh, he's great.
From the Eagles. So why don't we rally a group? Because I think Deacon will help. And then it may or may not be your jam. The Eagles,
no, they're
the
great.
Soundtrack of life. But that would be a good time to go to Sphere and experience.
I would love it.
Fast track.
So one of the coolest things I think that happened at USC the last couple of years was Pete Carroll coming back to coach, or not to coach, but to teach. He taught the course was labeled the game of life, and they're part of their business school side. But it kind of got me thinking here. Do you and Andy think that you guys would be able to teach a class? What would it be called, or more important, what subject would it be? What could Mason sign up for as a teacher right now?
Well, I would definitely sign up to be. I mean, I could teach broadcasting.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
I've
guys can.
coached up a lot of people over the years. I think I could definitely do that.
You guys can do it now. Like all you need to teach at a JC junior college is a bachelor's.
Right.
So a lot of people they don't know that. Like I've thought about it going back to Mount Zach because that's where I went. I was like,
teach a class?
Yeah, teach a class.
Oh, nice.
Why
Andy,
not?
you could probably teach.
I mean, I'd like to think
Why
I
don't you
could
teach an acting class? You were an actor when you were here.
I was a theater student while I was here. I actually walked past the Bing Theater, which I performed twice.
Nice.
A main stage. That was a big deal. Just doing one main stage as a theater student was a big deal. I did two.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
I'm sure you heard about me during Agamemnon.
Yes.
And Cherry Orchard.
Of course I did. Of course. Oh, Cherry Orchard.
Chekhov.
Oh, God, Chekhov.
It's good stuff.
No, it's not. It's not.
Do you not like the old classics?
I don't like.
Do you not like Shakespeare?
Shakespeare, he's a little wordy.
A little.
I think all the Chekhovs are annoying. Cherry Orchard.
Uncle Vanya.
Oh, my God.
Three Sisters.
All the Eugene O'Neills are like 4.5 hours long.
Are long.
Well, this explains, too, like your inability to read one Ramona Shelburne article. Like,
well, it's tough.
There is a length issue for
I
you.
I asked ChatGPT summarize this Ramona Shelburne article, and I get like bullet
really?
points.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I get bullet points.
I like over here read it.
Do you read the whole thing?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
especially because it's Momo.
I'll read it when it's Lakers or LeBron or those subjects. I don't necessarily read the whole Joel Embiid article.
I actually the Joel Embiid article.
Ronda Rousey.
The Ronda Rousey, the curse.
Momo really is a jinx. She has cursed the career of every athlete she's ever profiled.
Whoa.
Am I wrong?
That's strong. That's strong.
Or is she writing about athletes who are already having problems?
Look, I can't say for certain whether or not any of these athletes might have already hit their downward trajectory with or without Momo. I'm just saying none of them have hit their downward trajectory without Momo.
Okay, I'll take that.
I mean, she has been connected to a lot of athletes in free fall.
Right. Now, I do want to say, I joke about not reading Ramona's articles and using ChatGPT to summarize them, but Ramona is a great writer. She is a tremendous writer. I don't mean to denigrate what she does, because she is a terrific writer.
She's such a good writer that even if I was one of those athletes, I would risk my career going downhill just to be profiled by her. Like, she's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, I'm working with Momo tomorrow, I think, right?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Oh, that'll be a good show.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Is that it?
I have one more.
Okay, do it.
Okay. All right, guys. So today we have a few cool birthdays. Jalen Hurts turns 27. Mike Trout turns 34. And DeMar DeRozan turns 36. If you guys can spend a day with just one of those guys for their birthday, who would you pick? So Jalen Hurts, Mike Trout, or DeMar DeRozan?
I would choose Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is like one of the coolest guys around,
seems
I think.
like
and he's
fun.
on my fantasy football team every year. I'll grab him in the third round, and I'll compete for the title again this year. I love Jalen Hurts.
I'd probably go DeRozan.
I would, yeah.
Just because I think it'd be cool to hear about some of the NBA that I've actually spent a lot of time covering. He's an LA guy, so I would be interested to hear his perspective on the city, growing up here, stuff like that. The right answer, though, is anybody that isn't Mike Trout.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
Mike
a bad
Trout.
hang.
And I actually forgot Kyler Murray, whose birthday is also today, so I'm sorry.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah,
In fact,
27.
Jaden Maiava was talking about Kyler Murray. He's a guy that he models his game after.
Mike Trout does not seem like an entertaining hang.
No, I mean, although Parker Bell, he's a big Angels
Yeah.
fan. He's like, oh, stop it.
Is he really now, though? I don't know if he's really that big of an Angels fan anymore.
He's like 34 with the body of a 40-year-old at this point. He has had such injury issues over the years. He has never been the most charismatic athlete that we have.
No, I've interviewed him a couple times.
Super nice. I mean,
Very
great.
nice.
And by the way, let's just not bury the lead. Unbelievable baseball player.
Right.
I mean, 3 MVPs, I think 2 second-place finishes.
Sure.
Mike Trout is one of the great baseball players of my lifetime.
Yeah, and so it's clear he is in no way obligated to be a fun hang with me.
No,
that's not. It's not part of his job. I'm just saying
he's not here to entertain you.
No, and he doesn't.
But it's great when athletes do, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's great when you see their personality come through, especially when you're interviewing them, because it is, it's a weird little setting. So when they're able to, like, kind of just lay back and be fun, I think it's great.
All right, there you have it. There is your Fast Track for today. Coming up next, Tom Brady reveals the secret of how he gets himself to the gym every day. Have you read this?
I have not read this.
We will do that coming up next. In the meantime, fantasy football fans, this is your moment. The ESPN LA Fantasy Draft Party back at Hollywood Park Casino Thursday, August the 28th with Shadano and Cap live at 3 p.m. and the draft kicking off at 6. Reserve your League of 8 now at ESPNLA.com. Prizes all season long thanks to Hollywood Park Casino Park Party Play. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It is Fast Track on Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, driven by Cerritos Auto Square.
It is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
More Fast Track next.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Summer's here. You made it. And one of Jacob and Ronnie's new billboards says, don't just exist, live. It's the kind of message that hits you, especially if you're dealing with the aftermath of a crash or an injury. Jacob doesn't just handle cases, he helps people move forward, take their life back, and get the justice that they deserve. If you've been injured in any accident, don't settle for silence or pain. Call someone who's been standing up for LA families since the 90s. Jacob will fight for the maximum compensation, and you pay nothing unless he wins. When you call an attorney, you want one who's respected. So call Jacob, because he's the real deal. Call him at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB, 844-24-JACOB, or visit him online at calljacob.com, a proud partner of the Rams, Lakers, and LAFC.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
You know that feeling. You're finally asleep and bam, a leg cramp comes out of nowhere. Look, I've played through pain, but waking up with a leg cramp at 3 a.m., that sucks. So I don't mess around anymore. I keep Highland's Leg Cramps PM on my nightstand. No groggy side effects, no harsh meds, just a fast, effective relief that lets me sleep through the night without the Charlie horse surprise. Get the sleep you need with Highland's Leg Cramps PM. Get it today at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS. Highland's Leg Cramps PM, because you don't need a midnight workout.
Get ready, LA. AARP Los Angeles and ESPN LA teaming up to kick off the 2025 football season in style. We're giving away a pair of tickets for 2 lucky winners for the first professional football game of the season right here in LA. No purchase necessary. Got to be 18 or older and a legal U.S. resident to enter. Void where prohibited. Promotion runs August 4th through August 22nd. Visit aarp.org/Los Angeles. This giveaway administered by AARP. Enter now.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Michaela's Mobile Spa, Michaela. Michaela got a quick business insurance quote from Progressive and chose from over 30 customizable coverages. Sure, it helps she's her only employee and does literally everything. But while others would rest on their laurels, Michaela was hard at work saving big. So take that, hypothetical other employee who doesn't exist. Be your own Michaela. See if you could save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
Fast Track.
And it is Fast Track on 710 ESPN. Mason and Ireland on the all-new ESPN LA app, 7:10 a.m. and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Fast Track now back in the 2 p.m. hour on Mason and Ireland, driven by Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com. Once again, back to Fast Track and back to Mason and Ireland on 710.
Of course, the home of USC Athletics. Thank you to Coach Lincoln Riley, Danton Lynn, defensive coordinator, Jaden Maiava, quarterback, and Kamari Ramsey from the secondary, returning and a leader on defense. And we didn't mention this, but the news is out. ESPN LA and the Lakers, we have extended our agreement for the next 5 years. So the Lakers, you will continue to hear right here on 710 ESPN. Could not be more excited about that. I always say the Lakers, of all LA sports, I think the Lakers are really the beating heart of Los Angeles. Absolutely. Let's see. There you go, Andy.
There we go.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been turned on by others before. Yeah, they are, without question, the number one team in this city. The way I've explained it to people before is, before I got into this industry, I bartended a lot.
Right.
And I've bartended everywhere from Silver Lake to Westwood to Santa Monica, Pasadena. And one of the big common things was you put a Laker game on, everyone was happy.
Yeah.
It really is a unifying force across the city.
What is the speed limit on the Autobahn?
On the Autobahn?
The Autobahn, which is the big German freeway.
I'm going to guess 90.
There is no speed limit.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's no speed limit except in one part where it drops to 75 miles an hour. Okay. So this guy was driving 199 in a 75.
Wow.
So he was 129 miles an hour over the speed limit. Now, what is the fastest you've ever driven?
Oh.
I would say the fastest I've ever gone is probably about 120.
120?
I think I've gone about 120 on a long, deserted stretch of freeway when I was driving from L.A. back to St. Louis.
Right. At some point, they don't care. Laura, what about you? Fastest you've ever driven?
Definitely over 100.
Okay.
I think it was 108.
108?
Yeah.
So I always find that taking the 10 out to Palm Springs, I don't even know if there is a speed limit. I don't know if I've ever even seen a state highway patrol officer on that stretch between Beaumont and Indio, right? You can just go.
You know what's funny is there will be times, particularly if you're on a long stretch of freeway and there's nobody around, where you'll be going 100, but you don't realize.
You don't realize it.
All of a sudden you look down and you're like, oh, crap, I better slow down. I did not realize I was hitting triple digits.
Yep.
So if you get pulled over and the officer says, do you know how fast you were going? What's your answer?
I was not aware, officer. I did not know that.
So I was told the correct answer is, I don't know. I was following the flow of the traffic.
Yep.
That doesn't work, though, if it's deserted.
If it's deserted,
that's
you're
the
kind
problem.
of screwed. I am the traffic. Right.
I was following the flow of me.
I don't think they can ask you that anymore. I think there's a law that...
They can't ask how fast. Do you know how fast you were going?
Yeah, I think there's a law now that...
I'd take the fifth.
Is it considered?
I'd like to take the fifth.
Is it considered entrapment because you are admitting that you knew you were breaking the law?
Yeah, I think you... I'm going to look this up.
Yeah, look that up. Look that up. And while Laura's doing that, I have an ongoing battle with the gym, Andy. Sometimes I drag my ass there, and sometimes I'm like, I just can't do it today.
There are days you just don't feel up for it, man.
So Tom Brady is a guy that doesn't miss the gym.
No, he doesn't.
He explained a little bit why. I don't know exactly where this is from a podcast. He says, and I'll say it once, you always have to fight as an athlete that little inner bitch in you. He says, I am always telling you it's too hard. Today's not your day. Time to quit. I'm like, F you, you inner B. I'm going to own you today. Now, you are a finely tuned athlete, right?
Obviously, yes.
How often do you drag yourself to the gym, and do you have an inner B?
I think we all have an inner B.
We all do, yeah.
We all have an inner B.
Yes.
Whether you want to phrase it that way or the devil on your shoulder.
Yes.
The imposter syndrome you might feel, whatever. But we all have the inner B.
The inner B.
I get myself to the gym or some type of workout, I would say 2 to 3 days a week.
That's good.
Yeah.
By the way, that's way more than the average adult human being.
The thing I do most often is probably elliptical. I do an elliptical. I've got a home kind of crappy, janky elliptical, but I've got one of those, and I do occasionally go to the gym. I also do a lot of band workouts.
Yeah. See, I'm limited because I just took the needle. I just got an epidural, like Matthew Stafford. I got an epidural this was my neck, Matthew Stafford in his lower back. And by the way, they came out today and said if it was the season, he would be playing, which is a great relief. But I'm a little bit limited, so I'm going to PT a lot. Laura, you're a big PT person, right?
I am for my knees. I love PT. The PT that I have in Pasadena, they're great. But I'm also starting to finally get a little bit into the gym. I do a lot of band workouts because it's the very low impact. But now, like, the treadmill, the elliptical is great for low impact things. So doing a little bit of that.
You have to fight your inner bee
I
during
do.
PT?
Every afternoon after the show, I have to fight my inner bee. And by the way, I beat it about half the time.
The inner bee, I imagine the inner bee is either carrying a bag of edibles or a vape pen.
No, I do real work.
Whipped cream.
Oh, ready whip.
But I'm just saying, like, the inner bee is telling just go straight to the vape pen.
Yeah, sure. All right, coming up next for you, you've not spoken out yet, or I haven't heard you talk about LeBron James and the Clippers logo last week. It has been the topic du jour all weekend long, and I want to get your take on it coming up next. In the meantime, this is an ad by BetterHelp. These days, it feels like there's advice for everything. And maybe you try cold plunges or gratitude journals or turn off all your screens or whatever it happens to be. How do you actually know that works for you if you're dealing with mental health issues? If you are feeling depressed or you're feeling anxiety, life is coming at you too fast, stuff at work, stuff at home, relationship stuff, all of that. You try all the little tools like we were talking about there, but the biggest tool, the one that has changed my life, therapy. And some people think, therapy, I won't fit it in my schedule, or I don't know if I've got the right therapist, or it's too expensive. I'm going to solve all that for you right now. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform. They've served over 5 million people globally. They have got just the right therapist for you that will fit into your schedule, and our listeners get 10% off their first month of therapy at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout. Change your life. Mental health is health. Go to BetterHelp.com/timeout. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Are you ready for amazing golf at one of the best courses in Southern California and to be part of raising money for an incredible cause? It's time for the 4th annual Give Back Golf Classic, Friday, August 29th at the stunning Black Gold Golf Club in Yorba Linda, benefiting the Folds of Honor Foundation. Folds of Honor, they have a mission to empower deserving military families with educational support and opportunities. Register to play now at blackgoldgolf.com/FOH. Plus, there are still sponsorship opportunities to be part of this amazing event. blackgoldgolf.com/FOH.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
I auditioned for Old Broadway once, only I was off-key, off-beat, and off-stage. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
It's gonna be hot thunder from down under. Live August 15th.
Number 2.
The Marketplace. Because poke, pizza, and pork ribs are a party on your plate.
And the number 1 reason.
Football is back. Grab a beer, give your team a cheer. Need I say more? Watch everywhere you eat, stay, and play.
Morongo, good times.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
And it is a special edition of Mason and Ireland today, live from Heritage Hall on the campus of the USC Trojans. We are getting you ready for USC football, which starts in just a matter of weeks, right here on your home of USC, 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Let's get back to Heritage Hall and back to Mason and Andy on 710 ESPN and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
NFL preseason.
Yes. If I have to for the station, there may be an occasion coming up where I may have to.
Really?
I don't want to get into all of the
specifics.
Yeah. Because I think they involve.
Right. Sure. Don't say anything. There's stuff we're not supposed to say, and so we're not.
Ooh,
But unless it is mandated by the station or some type of professional obligation, no.
We're at USC. Pete Carroll tonight. Makes his Raiders debut with Geno Smith at quarterback. He's playing the starters. I am so okay. Now we're sitting at Heritage Hall. Me and Ireland used to sit at Heritage Hall every Tuesday and talk to Pete, greatest guy in the world. I am not a Raiders fan, but I will root for them. I'll root for Pete. I'm not rooting for the Raiders. I'm rooting for Pete.
That makes sense.
He's perfect for what they want from him. He's obviously not a long-term hire. He's in his 70s. You don't hire him to be your forever coach. You bring in Pete Carroll to create a culture so you're in the right place to bring in your forever coach.
Right.
Like he's being brought in. He's like the wolf in Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
He's
the cleanup guy?
He's the cleanup guy.
He's Harvey Keitel?
Yeah, the Raiders require a lot of cleanup.
Yes, they do.
It is safe to say.
Yep.
He's being brought in to clean up everything. And then from there, you bring in your forever coach.
But I think he's got at least a 3-year window here where he's going to coach. And by the way, I would not count them out of – I mean, it's a beast of a division. Denver's got Bo Nix and obviously Mahomes and Herbert, and it's a really tough division. But I think the Raiders can be respectable under Pete.
He's got a track record of turning around different programs, including, by the way, USC.
Yeah, sure.
When they brought him in.
Like he was the fifth choice for this job.
He might have been sixth.
Maybe sixth, yeah.
But his track record speaks for itself. I think he's going to be successful. I just think for the Raiders, what's interesting is, in a lot of ways, big picture, the success isn't about the wins and losses.
Right.
It's, are you finally turning the Raiders, after decades of being dysfunctional, into an organization that's properly run, knows how to win, stuff like that.
Yeah, because, I mean, the Raiders haven't won since the 1900s. It's been a while. It's been a while for them. By the way, he's playing Seattle tonight, so it's a throwdown rivalry game in the preseason already. The one game I do want to see that I will watch, I want to see Shedeur Sanders tomorrow night for Cleveland.
Okay,
it's put up or shut up time.
I amend my previous statement about how I'm not going to watch preseason football. I do want to see what Shedeur looks like.
Me too.
And you know what? I will say
he's got an it worked out perfectly. He's actually got an opportunity.
He apparently looks pretty good in this preseason. I have not bought into some of the negative reports about him heading into the draft. Like the idea that Shedeur Sanders was sitting in his interview with like headphones on, so that just strikes me
but
as
wait, how can you possibly explain otherwise the drop to the fifth round? Unless there was stuff like that going on.
In the beginning, I think maybe it might have been some concerns about him, some concerns about how often is Dion going to be here? Like, is it going to start turning into a circus? But then from there, you start avoiding being the team that actually takes him.
Right.
Because, like, here's the thing. He's their, fifth-round pick?
Yes.
You're getting a circus for your fifth-round pick, like a media circus right now.
Right.
What do we always hear about from NFL teams in particular? We don't want distractions.
Correct.
We don't want distract. Everything's a distraction.
Well, and he remains it goes Flacco, Pickett, Gabriel, Shedeur. Pickett and Gabriel are hurt,
right.
and Flacco doesn't need to play preseason. That's why we're going to see Shedeur tomorrow night.
Right, exactly. But like I think once he starts slipping past the first or second round, if you're not sold on him as a first or second round guy, then I think for a lot of teams it starts turning into, do we want the circus for a fifth round guy?
Right.
And a third round guy, then a fourth round guy, then a fifth round guy. Like teams I think start becoming reluctant to take him because it feels like there's going to be all these politics surrounding having Sanders on your roster.
Yeah, I just think it's not an accident that he was originally projected as potentially the number 1 pick and ended up in the 5th round. Something didn't go well, but here's his opportunity. He's got an opportunity tomorrow night. He's gonna play. All right, so you have not had a chance to talk about LeBron James and Clippergate. His appearance in front of a Clippers logo last week, I found it wildly offensive. A lot of Laker fans.
Wildly offensive.
Wildly
to your core,
offensive.
were you offended?
To my core.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I thought it was. It's for me. It's one of the dumbest things LeBron has done in since he's been a Laker.
Honestly, at this point, because there's been a lot of, as I like to say, passive-aggressive social media posts that we've seen. Beginning, the Cleveland, welcome or home hat, like whatever it is, plausible deniability. Oh, I work out at the Cavaliers every offseason, whatever.
Yep.
We're starting now to get into some posts that if you think this was LeBron trying to troll or send a message, you're getting into desperate territory.
Wait a minute.
Using the Clippers.
No, don't do that either.
Who gets their picture taken in front of another team's logo, whether it's the Clippers or not?
He's working out at now the unofficial Clutch headquarters.
Right, but all the other pictures in the slideshow did not have the Clippers
first
logo.
One
he
to
picked
have
out
it.
the first
what
picture.
I'm saying is, if you are actually attempting to use the Clippers as a leverage threat or something that would troll Laker fans, troll the organization.
He's trying to piss him off.
Well, that to me feels like you're just getting desperate. Because there's no threat of you going to the Clippers.
Correct.
He's not going to go there.
But doesn't it feed the narrative that LeBron really doesn't want to be here?
I think there is a decent chance that LeBron really doesn't want to be here.
Right.
I think that it's very clear he has some type of discontentment towards the organization. My guess, purely a guess, but I think it's educated, is that he is unhappy that they did not give him yet another 1+1 with a player option, that he can just keep doing this thing for as long as he wants.
Yes.
And the Lakers can't do that anymore.
Right.
Because they actually have a player that they can build around in his prime in Luka. They've got to be able to map this stuff out for the next 3 years, 5 years. You can't do that when you've got a guy in his 40s making $50-something million for however long he wants to, and you can't account for that money.
Well, the other thing is Luka, by contrast, has done every single thing right, whether it's the parking or fixing the mural or fire relief or getting lean and ready for the season, signing his extension on the very first day possible. I mean, all that stuff. So he's doing all that stuff, and LeBron is in front of the Clippers logo. I just think it's a terrible look.
That's been his thing since he's been here. He didn't show up to what is.
Oh, I don't want to go back to Blaze Pizza.
Listen, but it's true, and that goes back to the testament of why certain people don't like him in the Lakers uniform. He's never really submerged himself in LA culture and LA, and I know it people get mad for me saying that, but it's true. Whereas Luka, whether it's Luka really doing that or having a great marketing team around him, they're doing that.
I mean, I think right now the problem for LeBron is he is trying to maintain any form of leverage that he can.
Well, he has no leverage. He's an
That's the
expiring
problem.
contract.
He has no leverage. The minute he opted into his deal, and then especially once Luka committed to an extension, LeBron has no leverage.
Right.
Like, what's he going to do? Even if he demanded a trade, trading him is really hard. And, people talk about, well, he's got a no-trade clause. He can only be so, he can only be so reckless in using that as a weapon.
Right.
If he keeps turning down trades, well, great. You're stuck in the place you don't want to be.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to play out this season.
Yes.
I mean, I don't think
be fun.
To me, there's no question. When it gets to the basketball, he's great, and it's going to make all the difference. I mean, they had a tremendous run once Luka got here last year during the second half of the season post-trade, and I obviously ran into a team with size in the first round of the playoffs and got eliminated. But I don't think there's any reason to believe that this team cannot be in the hunt.
No, I think it's part of the reason why LeBron is ultimately going to be fine, because this team won 50 games last year. They got better in the offseason. But just this is the first time in LeBron's career where a team has found the exit ramp before he did.
Correct, yeah.
And I'm not even saying the Lakers are trying to drive 100 miles an hour towards the exit ramp. I'm just saying they have an exit ramp, and he doesn't. And this is totally unfamiliar territory for him, and there's honestly nothing he can do about it.
Right. I wanted to get, since you're Locked On Lakers guy, I wanted
5 days a week, everywhere.
5 days a
podcast,
week,
Monday through Friday.
YouTube component.
There is for the sickos who like to watch.
36,000.
36,000 plus subscribers.
It's you're doing a good job when I know how to plug your show. All right, coming up next for you, it's your game today.
Yes,
it's Andy Kamenetsky's game. Is it USC themed since we're at Heritage Hall?
I was told to.
Excellent.
USC themed.
We will do that coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Greg Bergman. If you aren't joining Marcus Grant, Parker Bell, and myself every morning on the Blue Review from 8:30 to 8:55 on the ESPN LA YouTube page, what are you even doing with your mornings? We break down everything from Shohei hitting bombs to Tanner Scott blowing saves. We talk about the highs and don't brush off the lows. Always honest and talking how we feel. It's all thanks to LAX, where changes are arriving daily and transforming the travel experience. The Blue Review every morning from 8:30 to 8:55 on the ESPN LA YouTube page. The Blue Review. The Blue Review.
Dealing with slow drains, dips in water pressure? Trust the experts at NextGen, the official AC heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. Their expert technicians fix even the toughest of jobs. Get your stubborn drains working again with expert drain clearing for just $88. Plus, enjoy peace of mind with their 30-day guarantee. Call NextGen now at 833-3-NEXTGen or visit nextgenaironplumbing.com to book online. CSLB number 1011173, 30-day guarantee and $88 drain clearing requires accessible clean out and camera inspection.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Pick me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our tangy passion fruit lemonade. Waba Grill. Keeping it real every day for you.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
The success you've already had matters at University of Maryland Global Campus because we're a school for real life. An accredited state university, UMGC lets you earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and relevant life and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. We offer affordable tuition and online and hybrid courses. Classes start August 13th. Apply now and save with no application fee. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time at Heritage Hall over at USC, and Andy Kamenetsky is in for John. He's got a game for us. It's USC themed. Andy, what do you got?
Well, it is a game related to famous USC alumni.
Okay.
Many of whom are athletes, some actors, whatever, but either way, they are connected to USC. Am I keeping score or something else?
You're keeping score.
Okay, here we go.
I keep my own score, so I can also help you with at least mine.
First question. Will Ferrell played, among other sports, high school varsity football. What position did Will Ferrell play? Defensive end, wide receiver, or kicker? Defensive end, wide receiver, or kicker? Will Ferrell, high school football position. Mace goes first.
Defensive end.
Laura.
Kicker.
BC.
Wide receiver.
And DeAndre.
Defensive end.
Laura is on the board.
Come on.
He
was a kicker.
He looks like a kicker.
He apparently tried to walk on for USC, but did not make it. Speaking of football, John Wayne arrived at USC on a football scholarship, but lost his scholarship after what happened? He injured his shoulder in a surfing accident. He injured his shoulder in a car crash. Injured his shoulder while out drinking with frat buddies. Shoulder injury, surfing accident, car crash, or drinking with frat buddies. That's what kept That's how John Wayne lost his football scholarship. Laura goes first.
I feel like you would throw the frat one in just to throw me off. So I'm going to go with the car accident.
Okay. BC.
Car crash.
DeAndre.
What was the third one?
Out drinking with frat buddies.
Let's do that one.
Frat buddies and
I'm going to do injured his shoulder surfing.
You are correct.
Nice.
He was out body surfing and hurt
Like
his
Pete
shoulder.
Arbogast.
Like Pete Arbogast.
One of the world-famous body surfers. How do you do?
Him and John Wayne.
Yes.
One more football-related item. Forrest Whitaker, who attended USC's drama school,
Wow.
also played football at a high level as a younger man and got a football scholarship to which California college? University of the Pacific, San Diego State, or Cal Poly? University of the Pacific, San Diego State, Cal Poly. Forrest Whitaker played football for them. BC goes first.
San Diego State.
And DeAndre.
Pacific.
Mace.
Pacific.
And Laura.
He has my birthday. I should know this, but I don't. I will go with Cal Poly.
You are correct,
Oh,
Laura. Forrest Whitaker went to and played football briefly for Cal Poly. So right now it is Laura 2, Mace 1, BC and DeAndre nada. DeMar DeRozan, Compton native, USC basketball star, got the nickname Debo as a kid after the character from the Friday movies. How did the nickname come about? As a sixth grader, he beat up an older kid in a fight. He was constantly quoting Debo's lines from the movie so much that everyone's like, okay, enough, Debo, shut up. People thought he resembled the late Tiny Lister, the actor who played Debo. So either beat up an older kid, kept quoting Friday, or looked like Tiny Lister. That's how DeMar DeRozan got the nickname Debo. DeAndre goes first.
Beat up a kid.
Mace.
Kept giving the lines.
Laura.
I think he kept giving the lines.
And BC.
Kid fight.
You are now all on the board. It was a kid fight.
Kid fight.
There we go.
He beat up an eighth grader as a sixth grader.
Impressive.
Yes, it was.
Good for him.
Speaking of
Is that on
USC
the
basketball,
court?
Lisa Leslie is one of the greatest to ever play for USC. Which did Lisa Leslie win more of in her professional career? WNBA championships, WNBA MVPs, or Olympic gold medals? Which did Lisa Leslie win more of? WNBA titles, WNBA MVPs, or Olympic gold medals? Mace goes first.
I will try Olympic gold medals.
Laura.
I will go medals, Olympic medals too.
BC.
Olympic medals.
And DeAndre.
Olympic medals, yeah.
You are all correct.
Yeah,
it is.
I was at a couple of those.
She won 4.
Yeah.
Also, she was in my dorm when I was a freshman.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
I knew her well enough to say hi. I remember just thinking, like, holy crap, that is the tallest woman I've ever seen.
Yes, yes. And by the way,
She's so nice.
she is such a nice person.
She is incredibly
so
nice.
cool.
Rick Caruso, the businessman who went on to create The Grove, went to USC. What reality TV show used to have its season finale staged at The Grove? America's Got Talent, The Masked Singer, or Dancing with the Stars? America's Got Talent, Masked Singer, or Dancing with the Stars used to have the season finales at the Grove. Laura goes first.
I will go. Which one's the oldest one? Probably Dancing with the Stars. I don't know. I'll go with that.
Dancing with the Stars?
Sure.
BC.
I'll take Masked Singer.
DeAndre.
America's Got Talent.
And Mace.
America's Got Talent.
Laura, you are pulling ahead. It was Dancing with the Stars.
They had that at the Grove?
Apparently.
Oh, wow.
According to Wikipedia. Ryan Coogler, the director, did a 3-year master's program at the USC Film School. He has had tremendous success with Black Panther, Creed, Sinners, but he has only been nominated thus far for an Oscar for a movie he produced but did not direct. Which movie is it? Nickel Boys, Judas and the Black Messiah, or Wicked? Nickel Boys, Judas and the Black Messiah, or Wicked? Ryan Coogler nominated for an Oscar for producing, not directing. BC goes first.
Nickel Boys.
DeAndre.
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Mace.
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Laura.
Judas and the Black Messiah.
It is, in fact, Judas and the Black Messiah. Great movie, by the way.
Great movie. Daniel Kaluuya.
Yep. Won Best Supporting Actor.
Yep. By the way, Nickel Boys is also an amazing, unique movie.
George Lucas graduated from USC in 1967. He's become a major donor with the film school. For somebody with an incredible influence in the movie industry, He has directed surprisingly few movies. I'm going to set the over-under at 5.
Okay.
Over or under amount of movies that Lucas has directed. Over under 5. I think DeAndre goes first.
I'm going under.
Mace.
I'm going to go under.
Laura.
Over.
And BC.
I'll take under.
Laura is pulling
It
ahead.
is over.
6. And 4 of them are Star Wars properties.
Oh, he directed for the Star
Directed
Wars.
for the Star
Indiana Jones.
No, that was
that was Spielberg. Right.
He directed
American Graffiti.
American Graffiti and
THX
1138.
Yes.
Duvall. Very slow and boring.
Yes, very boring.
Regina King studied at USC, Morningside High alum as well. She made her film debut in a movie directed by fellow USC alum John Singleton.
Okay.
Which Singleton movie was it? Boys in the Hood, Poetic Justice, or Higher Learning? Boys in the Hood, Poetic Justice, Higher Learning. Regina King made her film debut in this Singleton movie. Mace goes first.
Higher Learning.
Laura.
I actually really don't know this. He sounded very confident. I'll go Higher Learning.
BC.
Boys in the Hood.
DeAndre.
Boys in the Hood.
It is, in fact, Boys in the Hood.
That's what I wanted to go with. I
always hanging out with you.
Yeah, don't follow me.
Well, you sounded so confident. I was like,
She was, however, in all 3 of the
she was in all
movies.
3. Okay.
And her 4th movie was Friday with Ice
Ice
Cube,
Cube.
swinging us back to DeMar DeRozan's nickname.
she's a great actress.
She
is
also won an
great
Academy
actress.
Award, right?
Yes, she did.
For Moonlight.
Love her.
Yep. She's also, I've interviewed her for a great interview.
Oh,
Reggie Bush.
What's the score?
The score right
I
now,
kicked y'all's
Laura
butt.
is at 6, DeAndre at 4, Mason BC 3.
Oh, so how many are left?
Let's see. 1, 2 more and a tiebreaker.
Okay, so that means
Let's go, baby.
Me and Brian are out. It's DeAndre
I should have won Boys in the Hood. I would have locked it in.
DeAndre versus Laura.
Okay, now does Laura have to go
Laura
first?
has to go first.
Okay. Reggie Bush, USC football legend, he was supposed to be or predicted to be the number 1 overall pick in the 2005 NFL draft, but a surprise player edged him out for the top spot. Bush ended up getting 2nd overall by the Saints. Who beat out Reggie Bush? Quarterback Vince Young, defensive end Mario Williams, or offensive tackle DeBrickashaw Ferguson? Young, Williams, or Ferguson beat out Reggie Bush for the number 1 overall pick. Laura goes.
Yo no sé. I don't know, but I'm going to go Young.
And DeAndre.
Williams.
DeAndre, you are catching up. It
Oh,
is now 6 to
baby.
5.
6 to
Mario
5.
Williams. Okay. You've got
Don't be Googling.
Got one more and then a tie.
I trust DeAndre.
I don't.
I do.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, Lions star wide receiver, former Trojan. He is trilingual. He speaks 3 languages fluently.
Wow.
English is one of them. Which are the other 2? German and French, German and Italian, or German and Spanish? Part of the other 2 languages that Amon-Ra St. Brown, German and French, German and Italian, German and Spanish. I guess Laura
starts.
So German and English, and then French, Italian, or Spanish, right?
Yeah.
I will go French.
And DeAndre.
You got He has to go different, right?
He has to go.
This is the last one?
Yeah.
So go different. Something other than French.
What was the second one?
Italian or Spanish.
Let's do that one.
Congratulations, Laura Romo. You have won. Amon-Ra St. Brown's mom is from Germany, so that's where he learned that. And also, she was very academically oriented, so she sent all 3 of the St. Brown kids to the French Academy and Elementary School, Lycée International de Los Angeles, before sending them all off to Paris for a semester.
Oh, interesting.
So Amon-Ra St. Brown, 3
All right.
languages.
So, Laura, now you are at Heritage Hall. You just won the USC game.
Go Bruins, baby.
Yeah, come on, Laura. Come on over. Come on over.
You got to love it here now, baby.
Yeah, this is your spot. Laura's the winner today at Heritage Hall.
And a tiebreaker involving
Fight
Keyshawn.
on. Exactly.
Fight
you have a
on.
tiebreaker involving Keyshawn? Let's do it.
Okay. We all know and love Key. USC rock star.
Saw him
He only
not so long
played
ago.
2 seasons with the Trojans, but made a hell of an impact, including the 96 Rose Bowl, during which he caught 12 passes, a record, all that stuff. Where's my question? Oh, how many yards did Keyshawn Johnson have in his Rose Bowl where he set a record for receiving yards?
Okay.
Wait, what was the question? I'm so sorry. What was the question?
How many yards did Keyshawn pull down receiving in the Rose Bowl, which was at the time a record?
No.
96 Rose Bowl.
Yeah. None of us.
He had
we all
12,000.
know say. What's that? 301? I've got him for 210.
121.
275.
And DeAndre? Say it one more time.
275.
Mace wins, and you were damn close. 216.
Wow.
It was a record that stood until 2022. Jackson Smith Najigba, 347 yards.
Whoa.
For Ohio State.
That's amazing.
That's
amazing.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Key had 2,796 total yards at USC.
Just give me the damn ball.
That was his prescription for everything.
Yes. By the way, you mentioned Reggie Bush. From now on, I think every famous person, we should call them friend of the program.
Sure.
Let's call him Reggie Bush, friend of the program. Lincoln Riley, friend of the program.
Danton Lynn,
friend of the program. Yeah, I mean, that's the way I'm going to roll from now on.
Jaden
Maiava, friend of the program.
You know who's a friend of the program?
Who?
Kato Kalin.
He is a friend of the program. Coming up next, two friends of the program, Shadano and Cap, for some super crosstalk. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Cap. Is it time to downsize? Selling your home doesn't have to be a hassle. Not with Seller's Advantage. You can skip the agents, commissions, and costly repairs. By the time you pay for repairs and agent fees, you could have already sold your home for a fair, competitive price without the worry of the deal falling through. Here's what Chris Chavez, a real Seller's Advantage customer, had to say, and I quote, "Seller's Advantage was definitely the best company I've worked with. They offered me more than I expected, and the whole process was great. They were helpful, always answered the phone, and willing to help. I can't say enough about the experience. Much better than going through a realtor," end quote. Thank you, Chris. Get your free, no-obligation cash offer today. Call Seller's Advantage at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-397-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Rams fans, the 2025 Rams regular season is right around the corner. Don't miss any regular season home games this year with marquee matchups against the 49ers, Lions, Texans, Buccaneers, and more for only $97 per game. In addition, get home playoff ticket access, interest-free monthly payment plans, and stadium event pre-sale access. Visit therams.com/2025. Again, that is therams.com/2025. Secure your season tickets and see you at the Rams house.
Hey, it's John Ireland. If you've been searching for an energy drink that actually works without the crash or junk, look no further than Pro Baller Energy. Made with clean ingredients and natural caffeine, it gives you a smooth, focused boost, whether you're at work, on the golf course, or just need a pick-me-up. It's energy you can feel good about, and the limited edition Lakers can makes it even better. Find Pro Baller at Costco, Amazon, and select convenience stores today. Try it and see why champions choose clean energy.
To help those who want to be helped but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason and Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
There you go, friend of the program, Scott Kaplan. Cappy, what's up?
I like the whole friend of the program thing you got going on.
Yeah, everybody's going to be a friend of the program from now on. We had Lincoln Riley, friend of the program, Danton Lynn, friend of the program. Everybody who's on the show becomes a friend of the program.
Do you think
long-term
that
friendships.
I was going to ask, do you think that there's any chance you might distinguish between
Like you might say something like really close friend of the program or like great friend.
Acquaintance of the show.
Oh, Shay,
Right,
really
exactly.
close friend of the program.
Yes, very close friend of the
Right,
program.
right.
I just think it makes you sound cool
Yeah.
when you have somebody on and you introduce them as friend of the program. It makes it sound like they're, part of the show. Exactly.
Yeah,
Do you
they're
ever-
friends of the program.
It's like Cappy, you and your I know everybody's listening at all times routine. That
You know who is a friend of the
Routine.
show for you guys, Cappy?
Who dat?
Wendy.
Oh, Wendy's a friend.
Wendy's a friend of the show.
No, he's a dear, close, personal friend of the show. Hear the difference?
Yes.
This is what I'm
Yes,
getting
I
at.
do.
Yeah.
I do.
You guys
Yeah.
look great today at Heritage Hall. I am curious to ask you if you don't mind, because I saw some social media posts today on ESPN LA on Instagram. But tell me a little bit more about what Lincoln Riley said about the Notre Dame game, because, Mace, I know you've had a lot of strong opinions about that.
Yes.
And Andy, I saw your question to him about, if an 11-1 team doesn't have an impressive record or an impressive schedule, rather, versus a 9-3 team that has a more impressive schedule. What was the conversation? I didn't get to hear it all.
I mean, I think he was trying to be, to some degree, and I understand why, political about this, just because, let's be honest, there's an element of self-interest to it. Like Lincoln Riley knows that, his job security, his future at USC is in some ways hinged to national championships.
Yep.
And he knows that the road towards getting in that dance is harder if you have to play a Big Ten conference schedule and Notre Dame essentially at your own choice. I believe him when he says he wants to play Notre Dame, like in a vacuum. I don't think he is scared at the idea of playing Notre Dame. I think he just recognizes the ramifications are uniquely difficult for USC than basically any other school.
I brought it up with Pete Arbogast, and he really jumped.
Oh, he ripped your head off.
Oh, he ripped my head. He really
Why? Tell me,
come
what
after
did you
me.
what did you say to him, and what did he say back?
I said, do we need this SC game? Because if you have 2 losses, you get into the playoff, and if you have 3 losses, you don't. So are we going to miss the playoff by 1 Notre Dame loss? And he said, you beat them. You just beat them. And I'm like, I have been following this we have not beat them at Notre Dame in a few years now, and I will be disappointed if they miss the playoff this year by 1 Notre Dame loss.
He said it with vengeance and anger.
Oh, it was he was
offended.
He was offended.
He should have been. I agree with him.
Lincoln, I thought, was a little bit more diplomatic and left the door open to maybe if or how often USC will play Notre Dame.
I believed Lincoln Riley's sincerity that he wants to play Notre Dame. Like, I don't think he is afraid of Notre Dame in a vacuum.
Right.
I think he's just recognizing, like, very pragmatically, my job, my time at USC is in very many ways hinged to, do we win a national championship? How close do we get? This makes it uniquely harder. I think he's just. I think he recognizes it.
I'm going to tell you guys though. Honestly, I get a lot of old man takes when it comes to college football.
Yeah.
Here's my old man take.
Okay.
USC and Notre Dame should continue to play each other every year. That's it. And if by chance USC loses to Notre Dame and therefore doesn't get into the playoff, then guess what? What were they going to do in the playoff? I mean, what I'm saying is you're trying to put yourself up against the best competition and position yourself in the playoff. And I know there's the other side of it, which is if we don't have to play them and we have a better schedule, still a good enough schedule because of the conference, and we win enough games to get into the playoff, why would we take the risk against Notre Dame? I understand that. But
there's not a lot of incentive, by the way, for anybody to take a risk right now. Look at the SEC. A lot of teams are scheduling so soft because they know that one loss can knock them out.
Okay, I'm going to look that up right now. Like if we look at Alabama's football schedule,
yeah,
okay, or Georgia's football schedule. Here, I'll look up Alabama, Andy. You look up Georgia, or Mace. I can hear you pounding away at the keyboard.
Yeah, I'm pounding away. Exactly.
I mean, but again, like Notre Dame. Use them as an example, right? Last year, I want to say it was like week 2 or 3 of the college football season, and they lost. They were upset, one of the biggest upsets in college football history.
Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame last year, yeah.
And they beat them in South Bend. But what Notre Dame did is they used that game to recalibrate, and they wound up turning their entire season around when a lot of teams would have just turtled, and that would have been the end of their season. So one loss should not make the entire season. Okay, look, I'm looking at Alabama's schedule. Okay, let me throw these at you.
Yeah,
Alabama's playing Florida State. Okay, Florida State.
I think that's quality.
Okay, it's a quality game. It's a risk, but I don't know if it's a huge risk.
Not a huge risk, but yeah.
Then they play Louisiana Monroe. That's a warm-up game.
That is not a risk.
Okay.
Yep.
Alabama plays Wisconsin. It's a risk.
That's not a pushover game. Yeah.
It's not a pushover game. And then I'm just looking around, and it gets to the end of the season, and in November they were probably desperate to schedule a game. They play Eastern Illinois, so they don't have to worry much about out of conference because of how good the conference is. But if I were to look at Michigan's schedule, for example, and I'm pulling it up right now.
By the way, I pulled up Georgia's schedule. They got
what do
Marshall, Austin P. Their non-conference game is against Florida at a neutral site.
No, that's a conference
and they
game.
play Charlotte.
Well, I'm
mighty Charlotte.
Just going. Okay, so they've got 3 out-of-conference games that are all trash.
No,
Georgia.
I would call the Florida game not trash, right? I think.
Well,
that's
but Florida's an SEC game.
I thought Florida. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I was thinking they were in the ACC, but you're right.
Okay.
Then it's Charlotte, Austin P, and Marshall.
Okay, let me give you Michigan. Michigan starts off with New Mexico, easy win.
Yep.
Michigan plays Oklahoma.
Yeah,
now,
that's an interesting game.
Real enough game.
Yeah.
It's not a game that they have to play because the next week Michigan plays Central Michigan. So Michigan doesn't have to play Oklahoma.
No, they opt to. Yeah, that's true.
Right. I mean,
so you're saying Notre Dame is their Oklahoma?
I'm saying that USC and Notre Dame have been a long-standing rivalry, no different than Michigan-Notre Dame has been a long-standing rivalry. And for me, old man take here, I like to see these long-standing rivalries stay in place. Now, I'm looking at Michigan's schedule right now. They don't play Notre Dame this year. They're playing Oklahoma.
Right. Let me give you what I think could be a fix, kind of make everybody happy here. Top 4 teams in the Big Ten, top 4 teams in the SEC go to the playoff. Only conference schedule. You don't get penalized for losing a really tough non-conference game. So, in other words, USC would be judged on what they do in the Big Ten, despite the fact that they have Notre Dame. That kind of goes into a separate bucket, and you only count the Big Ten schedule as the games that count toward the playoff.
Okay, so wait, just to make sure I'm clear on what you're saying 4 teams from the SEC and 4 teams from the Big Ten, they're automatically in the playoff?
Top 4 automatics.
Okay, and then there's 4 other teams outside of just those 8?
Well, I guess this might be the expansion when they expand the thing. It probably doesn't work. I think long term it's going to be more teams, don't you?
I guess, but I mean, listen, if I'll just say it like this. If the Pac-12 still existed today in its original form and somebody said to you, I think the top 4 teams of the Big Ten and the top 4 teams of the SEC should all automatically be in, you wouldn't like it. But you like it now because SC's in the Big Ten.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think there has to be – I don't want to miss the playoff by one. This is the young man take. I want to win the playoff. That's the young man take. The old man take is I want to play Notre Dame. The young man take is I want to be in that playoff.
Well, I think specifically, too, when you talk about Notre Dame, like they really end up at an advantage playing USC compared to the rest of their schedule because if they beat USC, then it really helps them out, assuming SC is good. If they lose to USC but handle everything else, then they'll probably still be in that mix because they're Notre Dame. So in a lot of ways, they get to leverage USC in ways that SC doesn't get to leverage Notre Dame.
I mean, listen,
I think that's one of the big differences.
I give Notre Dame a lot of credit. They could schedule a lot easier if they wanted to. Notre Dame plays Miami, who's supposed to be really good this year.
Supposed
They're
to be
top
really
10
good,
team.
huge NIL program, absolutely.
Okay. They play Texas A&M, which is not a game that they necessarily have to play.
Nope.
They play Purdue, but that's an interstate rivalry type of game. And anybody who's listening right now going, yeah, but Notre Dame's not part of one of the major conferences. I get it. And they're in the ACC when it comes to other sports. And so they may pick at some ACC schools in football. But Notre Dame's playing Arkansas from the SEC. They don't have to play that game. Boise State almost
State is really interesting, yeah.
Right. They don't have to play that game. So I just look at what Notre Dame does. Now, Notre Dame used to play Boston College and Navy and Pitt all the time, and those schools are still on their schedule.
Yeah, they still do.
Stanford is still going to play Notre Dame.
They're terrible.
I think USC not playing Notre Dame is a cop-out. I really do. I think it's a cop-out.
I went to SC. I want them to keep playing Notre Dame. I understand the ramifications. I still want them to play Notre Dame. And I tend to agree with you, Cappy. At the end of the day, it is a cop-out. You signed up for this school knowing you would play Notre Dame. I'm just saying I understand where Lincoln Riley would feel like there's not a ton in it for me in my personal situation.
He said something about, I got to look out for USC.
Right.
I understand.
Right.
And
there's a little wiggle there. Like if we went back and listened to his answer, like we played a clip a couple of weeks ago of Coach Riley, friend of the program, talking about the Notre Dame rivalry, and this was a Big Ten Media Day, and I listened to it and said they're clearly not getting rid of Notre Dame. Ireland heard it as they're absolutely getting rid of Notre Dame. So it is a little bit of tea leaves here. I can't really tell from his answer which way he's leaning or which way it's going.
I just received a text from Bergman. I don't know what this means.
Okay.
But I'm supposed to ask Cappy about the nose picking.
Oh, yeah, he got caught picking
what the hell happened with the nose picking? Not Stepdad Leo actually texted me and said, "What's wrong with Cappy?" No, I did not see the video.
I didn't see this either.
Okay, so do you guys know that we had a big meeting? Mason, you and I were not part of it
Correct.
because we were on air.
Yep, the other day.
So, Cappy decides to join said meeting via video, has his phone in between his legs, and has the camera on.
Who are you, like Jeffrey
driving,
Toobin?
And he sticks, like, out of nowhere, you see the video, and his little finger goes up his nose. And
oh, Cappy.
Here's what happened.
Cappy.
Laura, that's a very good description, but let me just add a little bit more to it. So,
Okay.
Mace, I'm driving from South L.A. to downtown L.A. I'm listening to this very, very, very important meeting on Teams.
Yes.
I have my camera off, and I have my microphone muted. I took my phone, I put it between my legs as I was driving. Sometimes I like to hold the phone under my left leg. And when I look down, and by the way, I'm driving with my left hand, and I'm picking my nose with my right hand. And when I look down.
Did you get to the flick and lick yet?
I haven't gotten to the flick and lick yet, George.
Sorry.
Oh, my God.
So Mace, what happened is I look down, I see that the camera's on, it's looking right up at me, and I'm like, oh, no. People could have been on this meeting seeing me pick my nose like a mofo.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I tell George this whole story. This is on Tuesday. I tell George, hey, this is amazing. Like, nobody caught me picking my nose. Well, of course, lo and behold, people did catch me picking my nose.
Oh, boy.
Then we found out yesterday that these meetings were all recorded. And that's when the social media team went in and found me. But and then they
that was
accused
accidental, though. They just happened to see it.
They accused me of eating it after I picked it.
I mean,
Did you?
No, I did what's
Word
called...
on the street is you did.
No,
well,
it was...
hold on.
All the social media team says yes.
Here's what he called it. He called it a flick and clean, Mace, which means he took his pinky, flicked the booger off, but then cleaned it with his teeth. So I'm like, you did eat it.
No,
you did taste it. You tasted the mucus.
Oh, it is my own mucus. I mean,
that
it's
is
no big deal.
disgusting, Cappy.
Yeah. I mean,
That is
I will grant you guys.
disgusting.
I will grant you that it's disgusting, but only because I was caught on video. If I
No,
was
it's still
by my,
disgusting.
It is disgusting whether it's on video or not.
Oh, you guys don't pick your nose?
No, I do not.
All right, wait a second. I see
I'm
Laura's
looking
now
at it now.
showing.
I don't need to see. They're showing it to me now. I'm like, no.
Sorry, Cappy, I pulled it up.
I mean, was this an important meeting, Cappy?
It was a very
It was
important
an
meeting.
important
Yeah.
meeting.
People were getting promoted. Like this
Yeah,
was
big
like
promotions
this was
and
Tommy Lamb, Deshae Reynolds, and Nick Riley's like big moment. They're getting like the highest promotion they've gotten at GKB. Like this is a banner day for them professionally. And Cappy, the takeaway from the day was Cappy picking his nose.
Yeah, that is that's
thunder.
that's sorry. That's sad.
Yeah.
Hashtag sad.
What's even more sad, apparently, I guess today we made our announcement about the extension of our deal with the Lakers through 2030.
with the Lakers.
And I guess some people have been texting me today that the Lakers executives were all like, "Yo, what's
We
up
saw
with Cap
Cappy.
and the picking of his nose of the video that we're all watching?"
Really, the Lakers executives were worried about it?
I don't know about worried.
Not worried. They just thought it was funny that they. I mean,
So,
they
like,
saw
if this
it.
had happened a couple weeks ago, it might have cost us the Lakers. Is that what you're saying?
It is a strong possibility that John
Had to
Ireland
make
might
sure
not
the
be
ink
calling
was
the
dry
Laker games
before you started picking your nose.
Right.
Like, I mean, like, it's very fortunate that Mark Walter was not aware of this. Like, he might not even purchase the team with our association.
No. Mark Walter thinks it's freaking hilarious. Mark Walter's like, this Kaplan guy picking his nose is great. I love it. I don't understand
I can't
it,
imagine that's Mark Walter's
doesn't feel like a
game
Mark
at
Walter
all.
reaction.
You don't
Yeah,
think so? You
that's
guys
not
clearly
his-
don't know Mark the way I know Mark.
Oh, you know Mark really well?
Mace,
friend.
Mace, friend of the program. Exactly.
Friend of the program.
Exactly.
It all goes.
Hey,
full
Mace,
circle.
real quick. I
Yeah.
heard you guys as I was driving in from the airport.
Yeah.
So we had Rich Clark on the ESPN College Football Seminar this week, the guy
okay.
who runs the CFP.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got classes and stuff, right?
Again, I tried to tell you this a while back. It is a complete misnomer that scheduling soft is going to help you get to the playoff.
Tell him,
what
George.
way?
Tell him.
He basically told us, for better or worse, he basically told us that the system they have in place, okay, they have like this guy who works for Google that does their strength of schedule. They got some other like sabermetrician who used to work at ESPN who works for them now too. And then, of course, they've got the subjectivity of the human as well. And he basically explained that if you lose a big-time matchup like a USC Notre Dame, you are penalized less than you would be gaining if you beat a cream puff.
Which goes to Andy's point. It goes right to Andy's point.
Is this
that
not
Lincoln
simple,
Riley
though?
is that Lincoln might be thinking about his own longevity, not necessarily what's in the best interest of USC football globally.
Okay,
Do I have that wrong, Andy?
I think that's generally correct. Yeah. I mean, I think it is hard to separate Lincoln Riley's interests and USC's interests because they are pretty handcuffed together. Like they're pretty hand in hand.
See, George, I want to follow up on that because strength of schedule, I get it, and there's some good, Notre Dame obviously is
right,
great
but again, they reseed every week. So what I'm telling you is,
but
if you lose to Notre Dame, if you're USC, let's say Notre Dame right now they're a top 5 team. Let's say you're USC, you lose to Notre Dame, a top 5 team. That you will get dinged way less than if you beat Southern Missouri State.
But they can say that, but every 2-loss team from a big-time conference has made the playoff, and no 3-loss team has.
How much, George, I guess, this is what
That's
really
not true because Clemson made the CFP last year.
Clemson had 3 losses?
Yes.
Okay, wait a second.
that.
Research is being done.
Yeah,
research
I'm telling you,
is being done.
Clemson had 3 losses last year, and then they won the ACC championship.
Okay.
Still not buying it,
so
George.
There
He's
is
still
an
going to
exception,
research it.
apparently.
Okay,
Yeah,
so that's what I'm telling you.
Was there
You
any,
got
was
it.
there any type of automatic? I'm asking. I'm not trying to.
They won. Well, they
refute.
got to the championship game and they won.
Right, but did they end up getting in by virtue of winning that championship game?
I don't know. Maybe not. But they got into
because then that would go against the idea of 3 wins getting you in. That was you won the game that automatically.
Well, they had
gets you
3
in.
losses before they got into the championship game.
Right, but
They-
then
they
won
won
the
the
championship
championship game.
Right, but then I'm asking, do you end up?
But Mace
getting
just
into
said a
the playoff?
3-loss team won't even get you into the playoff. I mean,
So then one 3-loss team has made it.
Well, but
well, they've
also
only
that
done
might
it 1
be-
year in 12. So I mean, what
right,
do we
but
know?
It also
Like
might be it's the equivalent of an automatic bid. Whether you have 3 losses, 0 losses, or 5 losses, you got the automatic bid. That's what I'm asking. Was this a case of
the
Clemson
conference
getting the
champion will get an automatic bid, of course.
Right, so then-
but they
so
had
then in
3
that-
losses going into the championship.
Right, but they're
game.
not going to say you can't get.
By
they're
the
not
way,
gonna say
a team that had 2 losses did not get into the championship game.
Right, but in the case of Clemson, they're not going to say, yes, you met the qualifications of an automatic bid, but we're not going to let you in because
No. But
losses.
Andy, you're misinterpreting what I'm saying.
Come on, Andy.
They lost 2 games in the
Come
conference.
on, Andy.
Their 3rd loss was the one at the beginning of the season to number 1 Georgia.
Right.
It's proving my point that if you schedule out of conference tough, you're not going to get dinged the way that you think you're going to get dinged.
Well, do you think they would have gotten in had they not won the ACC championship game? That's what I'm asking you.
Had they had a 4th loss, no, they would have not gotten into the
if they
college
lost
ball
that
playoff.
game, yeah, they wouldn't get in.
And by the
of
way,
course they're not
just-
going to get in with a 4th loss.
And just one thing to keep in mind, to George's point. George, I'm going to back you up right here, pal.
Good, do it.
On Saturday, November 30th, 2024, Clemson lost their last regular season game
To South Carolina.
17-14. So now they have to go to the ACC championship game and take on SMU, who was ranked number 8 in the country at the time. They just barely beat SMU.
Correct.
So here's a 2-loss team that lost in the final week of the regular season and just barely got by a team that nobody had a whole lot of respect for in SMU. They had a really nice season. Don't take anything away from them. but they still were able to get in with 3 losses.
And
Georgia,
again,
Louisville, and South Carolina.
Right, and it's because they scheduled Georgia. And even though they got destroyed by Georgia, it didn't ding them as much as it would if they would have lost to just another conference team or or barely beaten like a crappy out-of-conference opponent.
And Clemson this year in week 1, this is August 30th, they're playing LSU. That's an ACC team taking on what is considered to be a top-level program.
The ACC is
in
actually
the SEC.
scheduling more tough out of conference opponents. Miami's got Notre Dame to start the season. Syracuse has Tennessee. Georgia Tech has Colorado. Like, they're scheduling tough opponents because they figured out that if you're not the SEC, you need to schedule tough to at least
so let me
yourself
ask
a
you
shot.
this. Let me ask you this, George. So USC, let's forecast the season. Let's say they lose at Illinois. Let's say they lose 29-28 to Notre Dame, and they lose to Oregon at the end of the season. Are they in the playoff?
No.
Well, maybe.
But why would they be? I mean,
I mean,
just based on the
but
scenario.
also, Mason, like, I got to know what else the rest of the season looks like. Like, who else is in their way?
Well, they beat them all.
By the way, Ohio State was the fourth best team in the Big Ten this season, won the championship.
Right, but I guess at the end of the day, what I want to see long term, because I think,
like, let's not dismiss that. Like, Ohio State was the fourth best team in the Big Ten last season and ended up winning the title.
Right. In other words, if you can make the playoff, you got a chance to win it all.
Right. All you got to do is get in, but getting in is
But
by
you just told
scheduling-
me 9-3 with a 29-28 loss to Notre Dame is probably not a playoff.
I don't know what the I said I don't. I need to know what the rest of the conference looks like. I need to know what the rest of the landscape looks like. I can't just do that in a vacuum.
I said no,
But
I
you
believe that.
started this conversation telling me a 3-loss team didn't get in, and a 3-loss team in the regular season did get in.
Tell him, George.
I guess the question I would have, is whether or not a team that wasn't SEC, because I think the SEC gets a lot of leeway.
But they should, if we're being honest.
I'm not saying they should or shouldn't. I'm just saying that could be part of the example with Georgia. Like, USC may not have the exact leeway as a Big Ten team with 3 losses to get in the way Georgia would. And again, I understand that if they lost the ACC championship game, obviously it's 4 losses, you don't get in. I guess the better way of what I'm asking is, had Georgia not had the opportunity to play the championship game, had 3 losses, do they get in?
You mean Clemson?
Without the automatic.
I think we're talking
bid.
about Clemson.
Right, but Andy,
Clemson.
You're just missing the point I've tried to stress 3
Andy.
times.
Jesus,
They
man.
scheduled Georgia.
Just listen to Georgia. This is
I'm
where
saying,
you just
like, had
roll.
they not-
This is where you just
I'm
roll
backing
over.
you,
This-
pal.
it's
had they
326. This is
not-
just where you roll over and say, "You're right, George."
No, but had they not scheduled the number 1 team in the country out of the SEC, and they had 3 losses, and one of those losses would have been to, like, I don't know, just pick a
They
random.
lost to Louisville, who wasn't ranked.
Well, but Louisville's good. Like,
Yeah, but they weren't ranked when they lost to them.
At the time, they weren't. Right, but Louisville's a good team. My point is that, again, Louisville's lost to good teams. You got to schedule good teams. They're not, the guy who runs the godforsaken college football playoff said to us that if you schedule cream puffs, it isn't going to help you as much as losing to a quality opponent in the top 10 or top 15.
Well,
So
if they miss by 1 Notre Dame loss, I'm going to be super, super bummed.
Well, but a lot of that has to depend on what else happened in front of them.
George,
Mace.
don't get yourself so worked up.
No, he should get worked up. You guys
No,
aren't
don't get
listening.
so-
Wait,
don't get
listen
so
to what
worked
my
up.
man is saying to you. He knows.
I'm listening.
No,
He's
you don't
making
know.
good points.
You don't know, and he does.
I just said he's making good points.
I
mean,
don't
for
accept
me
that.
and Cappy to be on the same side on anything is
Right.
like
Yeah, I know.
Haley's Comet.
See, you know what I am? I'm a uniter. I am a uniter. I bring
you're a team
people
builder.
together. I've brought you and Cappy together, George. So
Yeah. By the
if
way,
I've done anything
Illinois,
right today.
Illinois had an outside shot going into the last season to make the
They did.
CFP, and
Illinois
had
is
3
a
right.
very tough opponent for USC this year at Champaign. All right, hey guys,
Come on, Andy.
Come on, Andy.
yeah,
Freaking
Andy,
joke, man.
you've really let everybody down here.
Come on, Andy.
We're gonna leave. Want to thank everybody here at USC. Katie Ryan, fantastic working with her. Thanks to friends of the program, Lincoln Riley, Danton Lynn, Kamari Ramsey, and Jaden Maiava. Yeah, it's gonna take me a little bit. I screwed it up when he was here. I
Really? Did he
that up.
correct you?
No, somebody did. Katie did. Katie corrected
It's
me.
Maiava.
Thank you very much to Parker Bell. Thank you to Sienna, Lucas, and Zaylin, and everybody that put this thing together.